What's going on, everyone? Thank y'all so much for joining us here at Chad's Media for our first ever test run of our first ever Sulphur Springs Wildcats football game. For those of you that have been here with us before during basketball, softball season, y'all know kind of how this goes. For those of you who are brand new, I'm Tyler Lennon. I bring y'all the play-by-play for all the sports, basketball, football, softball, all of it. I'm here joined tonight with the Sulphur Springs Wildcat legend, a national champion, and the newest member of the Chad's Media broadcast team, Ryan Humphries. Ryan, what's going on, man?
Well, Tyler, this is a long time in the making. I feel like we've been talking about this for over a year now, that this was a potential thing, and now we're here for our first real go at it.
Yeah.
I know tonight is going to be kind of a learning experience for the both of us and the rest of our team, but this is the real deal, and I'm super excited.
I am too. Like you said, the same way a scrimmage is kind of a test run, a dress rehearsal for the team, for the players, for the coaches. Same for us here. Same for you and I. Same for the people behind the camera and everything. But we're very excited right now. Obviously, going up against the Lindale Eagles tonight. Ryan, for the people that don't know at home, I said you're a Sulphur Springs Wildcat legend and a national champion. I think we're going to be relying on you a lot throughout the course of the season to put us in the frame of mind of, you were a former quarterback, but more than just the quarterback. So
Tyler,
I'm going to
I've
start.
watched a lot of football in my life.
I was about to say,
I feel like I've probably watched more football than anyone could forget about.
Right.
And so I know what you're saying, and I'm excited for that role. I think I can channel my inner Tony Romo as best as I can, and it's going to be a fun time.
So I'm going to start right here, right now. It's the scrimmage. What is going through the heads of the players right now?
Well, first off, football is the one sport, and I've played them all. Football is the longest gap between end of season to beginning of the season. It feels like, to me at least, and so there's a lot of excitement in the air tonight. You might, the people are thinking, okay, it's just a scrimmage. It's a real deal. This is the first time this year that the Sulphur Springs Wildcats are going to get to hit another team.
Right.
They've been practicing against themselves, not only for all of fall camp, but for the spring and the summer as well. You have 7-on-7 in the summer, but as far as real life, helmet-to-helmet football, tonight is the first test for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats.
Yes, and I think more than just that, you have that kind of feeling, I think, at the beginning of every single season, but now more so than ever, it truly is. If there were ever a fresh start, a chapter one, this is it.
Clean slate.
Clean slate. Like you said, you've dropped from 5A to 4A. You've got a new classification, which means a new district. You also have a new coach with a brand new coaching staff. I mean, this truly is a fresh start.
Absolutely, and I think a much needed one. The last couple years have not gone the Wildcats' way, and that's, sometimes that just happens in a program. There's no pointing fingers at anyone, but like you said, tonight is a true clean slate, new coaching staff, new district, new classification, the whole thing. And so no, there's not going to be a game won or lost tonight, but I think tonight we're going to see maybe what type of team the Wildcats are going to be this year.
I agree. What's kind of the main, it might be more than one, but what are some of the main things that you're looking for here tonight in this scrimmage?
Let's look clean. Like I said, you're not going to win the state championship tonight. Okay, you're not going to win district tonight. You're not going to win the first football game tonight. But you can look clean, and you can feel a lot better about week 1 and 2 weeks from tonight. And that's offensively, defensively. Offensively, and I played high school quarterback. And my big deal was I want to get completions rolling early. You and I talked before off the air. A lot of high school quarterbacks are so infatuated with the deep ball and throwing it up to their best receiver, and all that's fine and dandy. But the 4 and 5 yard completions to start a drive, I'm telling you right now, will go much farther than completing the deep ball later in the season, because you got to build that chemistry. And for Brady Driver, who's going to be the starting quarterback for the Wildcats this year, it's important to get as many receivers involved and get that relationship with them so that he can feel comfortable heading into week 1. And that's a big deal. Defensively, what I want to see tonight, fly around. Let's go hit somebody. Again, there's no games won or lost tonight, but we can find out how tenacious this defense is.
Oh, absolutely. For me, I think the thing I'm the most excited about seeing tonight is the offense, simply because from what we've seen in practice, and just, you and I have gotten to sit down with Coach Faircloth. If you haven't seen it on Chad's Media, go check that out. but he has kind of alluded to what sounds like it's going to be a little bit of a more modern, updated offense. Maybe a lot of pre-snap motion, stuff like that. I'm excited to see how that goes.
Yeah, no doubt. And you want to highlight a player on the offense, you have to highlight C.J. Williams. C.J. Williams, last year I had the privilege to come in on my bye week at Sam Houston to watch Sulphur Springs. And Sulphur Springs weren't that great that last year. Tough season. But if there was one highlight, it was C.J. Williams. C.J. Williams, with the ball in his hands, is a really talented player. And I got asked to coach one of the 7-on-7 tournaments for the varsity Sulphur Springs Wildcats, and that was a lot of fun. And a lot of my coaching was, hey, like I said, let's get short completions, bing, bang, boom. But let's get the ball to C.J. Williams. You can put him at running back, put him at receiver, kind of that Deebo Samuel type role that we're seeing in the NFL now. C.J. Williams is that type of player. He's got offers from Texas A&M Commerce, Lamar. That's two Division I programs in the Southland Conference. And so I really I'm telling you, if you don't know who he is, you will this year, because he is a fantastic player.
And I will say, as great as he was last year, led the team in receptions. Yep. He had 7 receiving touchdowns and 3 rushing, so a total of 10 touchdowns. And from what I've seen, like you said, you saw him in 7-on-7. We've seen him throughout this summer, throughout this fall camp. He looks even more improved.
He's bigger, faster, stronger.
Mm-hmm. And his hands look even better.
Yes.
He's not dropping. His one flaw last year was every now and then some drops, and he does not seem to be doing that this season.
Well, it's something to think about with when you're talking about high school football is, man, golly, a year off season can go a long way for a high school kid. I mean, these kids are 16, 17, 18 years old. There's a lot that can happen with their bodies as far as maturing and becoming better football players. I mean, they're closer to being men. I know that part of the biggest learning curve going from high school football to Division I football is, holy cow, these guys are grown men. And so you're really in summer workout programs, golly, that can go so far for high school kids. So, and what we're hearing is that the attendance for all that was really good for the Wildcats.
Coach Faircloth seemed very excited with that.
And that's big time. That's more than just getting better physically, like I'm talking about, is a big deal, because it is. The camaraderie that you build with just being around your teammates is the most important aspect, I think, because everybody's working out, everybody's lifting. Lindale had workouts last week, just like Sulphur Springs did. They practiced yesterday. What's your relationship with your teammates? And I think that this group can be close. It's going to be a roller coaster season. That's part of being a high school football team. There are going to be ups and downs. It's how you handle those ups and downs. You can't get too high, and you certainly can't be too low. And I'm certain that people are going to be shocked this year with the Sulphur Springs Wildcats.
I am too. For those of you that don't know, not only do we do this, but I'm also the sports editor for Front Porch News. And here lately, we did a series really breaking down the schedule this year, going game by game for an article for each game. And, really doing so, I got the chance to really dive into these teams, returning players, stats, and everything. And I feel really good about, there's a lot of what looked like could be wins on the schedule this season.
No doubt. And I think the schedule change, I think that's a nice switch up for Sulphur Springs football. A long time, Sulphur Springs has kind of been right on the cusp of bouncing down to 4A. Of course, my sophomore year, I played in the district with Longview, Marshall, Texas High, Hallsville, Pine Tree, those guys. And that's, that is, they've got 2,000 more kids than us in some instances. And, obviously you have to go out there and do what you can do. If that's who's on the schedule, that's who you play. But it's hard, man. It's not like college football. You don't choose who comes in and plays for your team. You have what you have.
Right.
That's the way it goes. And so I think this year, with a district of Paris and Maybank and Community and schools like that are closer to our size, I really think that's going to help.
I agree, Ryan. I think people have seen enough of our faces. I think
why
don't we take it down to the field already?
No way.
I think we've had the chance, to be here all day. I think everyone else wants to get a look down on the field as well.
I'm ready to get a look down on the field.
That is fair. I feel like you wish you were down on the field. Right?
I do. It really hasn't hit me yet that I'm not playing this fall, but
that's fair.
It probably will tonight.
Of course, by doing this, it probably makes the transition a tiny bit easier.
Right. No, well, this definitely gets my football niche for sure. But First broadcast experience. I've done a lot of podcast stuff and a lot of interviews, but I've never really done anything live. So I'm pretty excited for tonight.
Yeah, I think I'm excited to have you here with us, man. For real, like you said, this has been a long time in the making. Just you and I doing work together, and the fact that it's this that we're getting to do. Of course, we're both big podcasters. We've done a lot of that. Very excited to be out here with you tonight. Now, we were talking about some returning players. I think if it's cool with you, for those of you that don't know, we got different camera angles and everything. But I want to kind of continue to talk about some of these returning players. And, of course, we'll get to do more and more of this for week one, our first real game. Like we said, this is a scrimmage for us as well. But, we had kind of mentioned Brady Driver already. This is kind of his first chance, knowing that he's QB1. And throughout the course of the season last year, he got more and more reps as the season went on. But there was only one game last year in which he took 100% of the snaps at quarterback. In that game, 275 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He also ran for 99 yards and a touchdown. You're talking about 5 touchdowns, 0 turnovers, and 374 total yards.
No, that's big time. And I think that, I talked about in the offseason that Brady's biggest challenge isn't going to be his physical tangibles. It's going to be the, what does it mean to be QB1 of a small Texas high school football town. And I think when he gets that, and not that he already hasn't, I'm simply saying that when he gets that and when that starts clicking, Brady will be able to go far. And I've had conversations with him. I'm excited for his play this year and that he's the Sulphur Springs quarterback. And I think he's going to do well. I think he is.
Ryan, it looks like we're getting closer and closer to kickoff.
Yeah, they're doing a couple offensive sets. I'm sure it's going to be a shorter warm-up tonight just because it's a scrimmage. The whole thing's a warm-up. But it looks like they are getting pretty close to starting here.
Again, thank y'all so much for hanging out with us tonight. Hopefully you choose to hang out with us all season long. Very quickly, throughout the course of the night, we're going to be introducing some of our sponsors to you, and we want to introduce a pair of sponsors who are, responsible for bringing this pregame portion of the show to you tonight. First and foremost, I want to give a big shout out to Commercial Glass and Mirror. Commercial Glass and Mirror, which is owned by David Gideon, which I don't want to speak for both of us, but I feel like both of our careers might be a little bit responsible to Glass and Mirror. A lot of hitting at Glass and Mirror. I may have never played college baseball if it weren't for Glass and Mirror. Also, David Gideon, the father of 3 different Wildcats who either at one time, current or former, including Gage, who is a very good golf player and a member of the Sulphur Springs golf team. Also, I want to give a big thank you to Toby Boatman Garage Doors. Toby Boatman Garage Doors is a family-owned and operated business that has served Hopkins County and the surrounding areas for 20 years. They provide high-quality and long-lasting work. Find them on Facebook to see examples of their work. You can also call or text 903-348-6170 for all your residential and commercial garage door needs, including installation and repairs. No matter how big or small your job is, Toby Boatman Garage Doors will fix you up.
Solid. You're going to be you're the official ad reader for the whole season. That's what I hear.
I don't know.
have to read any ads.
We might have to.
You're the official ad reader. I'm marking it right now. Tonight's the practice run, and I am coining you as the official adder of Chad's Media and all Friday Night Football. Right? It's Tyler Lennon. Congrats, man.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Thank you for letting me have that job.
Yeah.
We will continue to introduce you to more sponsors throughout the course of the season. That being said, if you want your local business advertised, it is not too late. Contact Mandy Mitchell here at Chad's Media, and you can join the likes of Commercial Glass and Mirror and Toby Boatman Garage Doors.
Yeah, and big shout out to them. Also, a big shout out to Sulphur Springs administration for allowing us to do this. We're super excited for what we're going to bring to you guys this season. We're excited about it. We hope that you are excited about it, and we think that it's going to go really well. A lot of good insight to Sulphur Springs football and the rest of Sulphur Springs athletics.
Ryan, I feel like we're getting very close right now.
Oh yeah, we're starting any second here.
Any big predictions?
Any big predictions? Well, I predict that There's going to be some big hits, I'll tell you that, because, like I said, it's the first real time that Sulphur Springs has gotten to hit another team. And so I really think that there's going to be – it might get chippy. I don't know, Tyler. I saw the Cowboys and Broncos practice a couple days ago, and apparently there were 5 fights. I'm not condoning fighting, but I have been there, and I'm pretty sure that there might be some chippiness tonight.
I could definitely see it. Lindale looks like they're getting pretty hyped on that sideline over there.
Lindale state qualifier 2 years ago. They got a running back at Baylor. He's a good player, man. He touched the ball every time he scored every time he touched the ball, it seemed like. But yeah, state qualifier 2 years ago. Got to see Lindale at 7-on-7 this summer, and athletically, I didn't think that they were just super overwhelming, but they played clean. They kind of dinked and dunked us up and down the field offensively, and so I'm interested to see what we're going to get tonight. They've got an offensive lineman. Kid's last name is Hutchins. He is going to Sam Houston, so big fan of his tonight.
I was about to say, I figure
gonna be a fellow Bearcat. They've also got an underclassman offensive lineman that's getting recruited by basically everyone in the country. So don't know that they are playing tonight. Like I said, it is a scrimmage. But Tyler, here we go, man. We're getting the first kickoff here.
Yes, sir. We are about. Well, I was about to say get underway. We are getting underway. For as much as this is a scrimmage, it still feels.
No, it feels real.
Yeah.
It feels real. And like I said, or like you said, this is a scrimmage for Ryan and Tyler as well. And so there's going to be times, well, hopefully we don't mess up tonight, but if there is, we're going to be ready to rock week 1. It's going to be a learning curve for us. We're so excited to bring you this live. Man, what a night. What a night. Friday, it just feels right in the state of Texas that we're doing this.
And hopefully y'all choose to spend all of your Friday nights here with us here at Chad's Media. Uriel Santa Cruz. Back ready to get this kick. And it looks like the fans are excited too. We've got a nice turnout here tonight.
It's a pretty big crowd for a scrimmage, I would say.
It is.
I mean, I think it is.
And we're underway, Ryan. Kick goes to about the 10 is where they're going to start from.
Yeah, I didn't think they'd play that live.
Yeah,
there's never live special teams in a scrimmage, but good kick nonetheless. There are a lot of years of Greg Owens pooch kicks. We'll see with the new coaching staff what our kickoff regimen is, but a lot of pooch kicks in Sulphur Springs Day for a long time.
So of course, starting at the 30.
Tyler, do you think that they're gonna go through an actual drive? You think it's gonna be live to a sense that Lindale doesn't just get 20 plays in a row, or how do you think it's gonna be?
You know what? I'm very excited to see. I personally would like to see at least for a quarter or two just flat out live football, but
Yep.
we'll have to see.
Black jersey from the quarterback. That means he is not going to be getting hit tonight, but everyone else should be live here.
And it is a carry on the first play, and it looks like no gain, maybe a gain of 1 at the most. Yeah, gain of 1 up to the 31. So it's going to put us 2nd and 9.
A lot of blue and white out there. Same color.
It is.
Same color helmets. Looks like the blue-white spring game. Got a pass out there. That's going to be a first down for Lindale. That's like I said, there a lot of short completions early. That's going to go a long way. They did that well in the summer, and so I think we had a helmet come off there. He's going to have to come off the field.
And that is Malachi Clayton, number 28. It's going to be another carry. Some big,
good strong run right there.
Big yards on that one.
That's Riley Hammonds on the tackle. Now, I think Riley is a guy that, we spent a lot of time talking about the offense, but I think Riley Hammonds is a guy that can be an impact player on defense this year.
Oh, absolutely. He was incredible last year, 4 interceptions, and I think we'll see more of that. So we have our 2nd down. Another completed pass out towards the sideline, and it's going to be another first down for the Lindale Eagles.
Man, if I was an offensive coordinator, I love the screen. A lot of teams are getting away from it these days, but I'm telling you, quick completions, that goes a long way. If you can go get 4 on a 0-yard completion, that's big time for an offense.
And that is all the way up to the 43, so already in Sulphur Springs territory.
A little bit of a rollout here. Oh, that's got to be a sack. Yeah, that's got to be a sack.
Looks like that was. What was that? 27 on.
No,
we have a roster.
We have a roster.
Yeah.
It's a little harder tonight. Bear with us. The scrimmage jerseys are a little tougher to read. When we get the actual Friday night jerseys, we will have the roster down better.
Yes. So it's going to be, I guess, a 2nd and 10.
As far as I can tell, Tyler, they're playing this legit.
Yeah.
So we've got a quarterback read option here. That's going to be another tackle for loss. Good play there by the Wildcat defense.
Thought he actually gained a few there. No.
No. That's a loss of 2. Loss of 2 for sure.
So it's going to make it about 3rd and 12?
3rd and 12. Yep.
3rd and 12.
Obviously, you got to figure pass here, and that's another thing I want to talk about. 3rd and 12. Okay, yeah, they're probably going to pass it in a real game tonight. It being a scrimmage, I don't know what they're going to call. And I don't know how situational they're going to be. Oh boy, close one. So it's 4th down. Looks like they are going to bring the punting team out.
So I think you didn't get a 3 and out, but you do get a stop on the first drive, and I think that's big. There's 9:48 here left to play in the first, and yeah, I think that's exactly what you wanted from that first drive.
Yeah, no doubt. And Lindale, they did get across the 50, so they're going to be able to punt this, hopefully pin us down. Not hopefully, but you know what I'm saying, just in a football sense.
Yeah.
They want to pin us down here. I would kick it away from C.J. Williams. They've actually got 2 punt returners back. C.J. Williams is to the left, and Cooper Faircloth to the right. That is Coach Faircloth's son. Good player. I actually think he's probably the best route runner on the team. I'm excited to see what he's got. Good punt there.
It was a good punt.
CJ's going to field that right at about the 17-yard line, and that's a pretty good spot for the Wildcats to start. Not pinned back too deep.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm excited to see this Wildcat offense in action for the first time. Like we had mentioned, it should be a very updated offense.
Yeah,
and they've
doubt.
got some playmakers, man. A player we haven't talked about yet, Malachi Rowland. As a sophomore last year, he was great. Averaged 7 yards per carry.
Wow.
Now, I think he's going to get a lot more carries this year. Is it fair to expect that to continue? Not necessarily, but I think in total yardage, I think it could be a huge season for him.
Well, and he's kind of a scat back, smaller, quicker guy. He's going to catch some balls out of the backfield. I am excited to see him. He's going to get the ball right here. Tackle for a loss there. With him being a smaller guy, it has its advantages and disadvantages. If he's able to squirt through there, hit the hole, then sometimes, man, those smaller guys are harder to see for the front 7.
I agree. Do you think here, maybe another runner? Do you think you go ahead and air it out here? Well, there will not be a running back in the backfield, so.
Yeah, empty set. You've got trips left. CJ, he's lining up outside. I wouldn't. Man, he's going to line up everywhere. There's a screen right to CJ.
Out
That's
to
always a
CJ, and
good
he's
play.
got some room. Got well more than a first down, all the way up to the 35 before getting out of bounds.
Again, and Tyler, what have I been talking about all night? Quick completions. That was a 1-yard ball up the field that just went for about 12 from the first down for the Wildcats.
And I think CJ's the kind of player that I was hoping they would do more of last year. You just need to get the ball in his hands. It doesn't matter how you do it.
Put him at quarterback at Wildcat sets. Put him in the backfield. I think he's going to line up outside. I think he's going to play slot. I really, really expect him to kind of be all over the place. And just as we're talking about, right on cue.
Is that your first Tony Romo moment?
Right. C.J. Williams is at running back. They're going to give him the ball. Let's see. Good run there.
Yep.
Good hard run.
Definitely picking up some yardage there.
You want to get 4 yards on first down. That's always the goal, no matter what play you're running.
And it looks like he was able to not maybe quite do that, but he definitely picked up at least 2 or 3 there. It's going to be at least, 2nd and 8 is what they have it on the scoreboard.
I am glad that the scoreboard's working tonight.
I am too.
That makes our jobs easier for sure. So 2nd and 8. To me, this is a passing down. Maybe let Brady air one out. We've got trips right, tight end to the left. Let's see.
And a great catch there by CJ.
Oh, he dropped it. He actually dropped it. Yep.
Good call. That was not CJ, by the way. That was Skylar Lewis.
Skylar Lewis. Tough ball there. Brady rolling to his right. That's one of those things that, man, it's early, that chemistry, especially throwing on the move, that's trickier to pick up.
So 3rd and 8. What are we thinking here, Ron?
Well, let me get a look at the defense. Let's see. We're definitely manned up outside. Man, if you could get that safety over top, if you could get him to come down he is circling to the middle of the field. C.J. Williams is not a bad – he's got him.
He's dropping back. And he's got some room. He's going to take off. He's got the first down all the way up to the 50 for Brady Driver. And that was a great call on 3rd and 8.
Yeah, it was. It was. He wanted C.J. Williams deep there. Anytime the safety is rotating away from man-to-man coverage and C.J. Williams, that's always the right answer. I had Simeon Taylor in high school, and anytime I could get him manned up and the safety going away from him, I was going to Simeon Taylor, period.
8:13 left here in the first, and we got the ball moving, Ron. We were close into Lindale territory for the first time. Back in the gun. CJ still back there with him.
We got motion.
And
CJ
he
running
gives to
back.
CJ.
Oh, gobbled up in the back.
But he breaks the tackle.
we got a fumble.
Ball is loose, but it looks like a Wildcats on it.
That was a kind of a circus play. I thought it was a loss of 2 and then a gain of 4, and then CJ fumbled, but we did retain possession there. So
very heads-up play of Skylar to hop on that.
It's actually going to be about 2nd and 8.
Yeah, actually still gained yards from it.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 8, and Malachi will be back in the backfield now. And I think you're going to, like you said, continue to see more of that. See some Malachi back there, see some CJ.
Quick ball in the slot right here. No, we're going to hand it off.
Malachi, and he does get across the 50.
Yep. Offensive line looked good there. Man, I think that's going to be a strength this year for the Wildcats. The offensive line, they're beefy. Sean Dial that's a good-looking kid. I really think that he's going to be able to handle that left side of the line well all season.
Yes, Sean, very impressive in the past, and everything that I've seen this fall, he looks ready to go. He's kind of anchoring that offensive line, and I think he's going to do a great job doing so. It's going to be about 3rd and 5 here, right on the 50. And to give to CJ. CJ well in the backfield, though.
Just gobbled up. I like the play call, kind of a delayed. We're gonna classify that as a running back draw, kind of the fake rollout right, and get the delay handoff to CJ.
I agree with you. I do like the call,
Yep.
especially with the rollout thrown in there. I mean, it's 3rd and 5. It looks like a pass, and then kind of a delayed draw, like you're saying. But I do like the effort.
Well, and running it 3rd and 5 in the middle of the field. That's saying to me, hey, if we get some yards, we're going to go for it on 4th down. If we can get it to 4th and 1, 4th and 2, we're going to go for it in the middle of the field.
And again, like I said, we'll be introducing some of our sponsors throughout the course of the night, Ryan, as we have our first Wildcat punt. Drops down inside the 30.
Good roll.
Out to the 20. And like you said, good roll. You get them back to their 20.
Yep.
So, Ryan, real quick, I was introducing some of our sponsors, and don't forget, it is not too late. You and your local business can also be advertised during our games, but I want to give a huge shout-out to the first one we'll be introducing, which is Hooten's Hardware. Hooten's Hardware there in Emory, Texas. I got to tell you, man, as someone who grew up on a farm in Miller Grove, that's
your neck of the woods almost.
Very familiar with Hooten's Hardware. Actually, was classmates and friends with Kara Hooten, who's the daughter of Lance and Shelley. So, big shout-out to Hooten's Hardware. So the Lindale drive will start on the 20 with 6:04 left in the first.
I'm really digging how this feels like a real game. They're doing it the right way. A lot of times scrimmages, it's just kind of, it seems so simulated. You can't really get a real game feel.
Right. And so the great run on 1st down there. It's going to make it about 2nd and 8 or 2nd and 2 rather. Sorry, a gain of 8.
Man, I wish Lindale's offensive line had numbers because I know that they do have a Sam Houston State commit. I'd love to know which one it was. It's probably the biggest one out there if I had to guess.
You know what? That's a fair guess, but you never want to just assume.
Right. They do have a big offensive line. I mean, those are some big kids.
They do, and like you said, it might be getting chippy out here, right?
Oh yeah, and it will. That's just human nature with football.
Now, on the play themselves, they did pick up what would be the 1st down, but of course we're waiting to see. It might just be staying at 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. Yeah. There we go. All right. It's a scrimmage for the officials, too. 3rd and 2.
It's a scrimmage
They're calling it 3rd and 2. I don't know what
3rd
happened
and 2.
there.
Okay.
Not sure what happened.
Like you said, scrimmage for everybody.
Yeah.
And it is another carry.
That's gonna be enough to get the 1st down.
It is. Gets up to about, what is that, the 33?
We're getting chippy. We've got flags flying everywhere.
Got flags everywhere. We got Riley Hammonds back here. He seems fired up, and I got to tell you, man, that dude, not only is he a leader in terms of his play, but, man, he's a vocal leader, and I've seen him both on the field and kind of, in off the field, and he seems to be, like, when I say a leader, like the other players very much do seem to kind of look to him, and it's going to be at least what 15.
They're going to call that on Sulphur Springs. It's going to be a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct on Sulphur Springs. There, I don't have a number.
That takes it up to the
47-ish. Got a little bubble screen here.
Pass,
Come up, make a tackle. Big time.
And that is huge. A
That's
gang
awesome.
of Wildcats right there, and that's
Big
not
time.
going to be a gain at all. See, Riley, he's pumped.
27 there on the tackle. He did a good job fitting. That was good. That was good.
Good. Actually, may have been
42?
Yeah.
Could have been 42. Okay.
It's going to make it about 2nd and 9. Yeah, about 2nd and 9. We'll say Lindale has been mixing things up on first down, whether it's run, a little quick pass there, keeping Sulphur Springs on their toes. It's going to be another handoff. It's got some room, but not a ton, up to about the 48. So it's still going to be third and medium, third and long.
Third and 8 here. I'm definitely expecting pass. I don't know what type of arm the Lindale quarterback has. Like I said, very very short completions in the summer when I saw this group. But I would definitely expect them to throw the ball here.
And there's the snap. He does
A
keep
little play action out to the tight end. Oh, he got the first down.
Did he?
Good play.
Now there is 28. That is Malachi Clayton again. Now I thought he did a pretty good job of getting over there, but was just able to kind of get around him.
Yeah, it's
Picking
good
up
play
that
action
first
there
down.
by the quarterback. He almost fooled me, but I knew better. I knew that they were going to throw on third down there.
Right.
But for new set of downs, ball on the 41-yard line. Let's see what this 50-yard defense looks like.
And it's
Another play action. That one's going over the middle. Oh, man, he had him.
Had his man.
He had him.
It's going to make it 2nd and 10, of course. 4:04 left to go here in the first quarter. This first quarter is kind of flying by, Ryan.
Oh, yeah, it's flying by. A lot of run plays. Man, if I had instant replay right here, I could probably guess that the safety rolled down there to the right side on the play action fake. He throws the pipe over the middle and just misses him.
It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Got motion going around, maybe. Okay. Good hole there. Good way to hit that hole. I think that's going to be enough for the first down. Let's see. They are marking it as third. It's got to be 3rd and inches. 3rd and inches.
We'll see what they decide to do here. They're going to keep.
Oh,
And
that's
incomplete pass.
Man, you almost could call offensive pass interference there. I felt like the outside receiver did set a pick, but sometimes if you get the ball out quick enough, especially if it's a screen like that, the refs will let that go. We're gonna have 4th and inches here, Tyler. I cannot imagine that they've put the ball in the air. They haven't had a lot of success completing it. They are running the ball well though.
I would assume you do run here. Yes, I agree with you.
You really could run inside zone. Quarterback is reading that linebacker out there, and if he drops, he's yeah, that's going to be enough.
And he does get the first down.
That's going to be enough.
They did run exactly what you were talking about, I believe.
Yeah.
The quarterback reads, do I want to give or do I want to keep? So we're inside 3.5 minutes left here in this first quarter as they continue this drive. They're where? At the 28?
New set of downs for the Eagles here. They're not moving the ball great, but like I've told you, it's just efficient. And that's a good completion for about 4.
Now they are having a little bit more success with some of those quicker passes like that.
Yeah, I don't know that throwing the ball down the field is going to be their strong suit, but I do like the running back, and like I said, their offensive line does look like they have quite a bit of size on us.
Yeah, I agree with you there. 2nd and 5.
I say that, but our defensive line's got some big kids.
And the snap.
Let's see, another run
And
there.
another run there.
It's going to be
Another
first down.
Up to the 15. So in the red zone for the first time, Ryan, for either team.
First red zone visit. We need to have a red zone sponsor.
Yeah, if anyone's interested in being our red zone sponsor, y'all holler at us. Holler at Mandy Mitchell. from the 15.
Another
It's going to be a
screen.
pass. Another quick one. Breaks the tackle up inside the 10.
Get him down.
Before it took a few Wildcats to get him down. Where is that at? About the...
Probably about the 7,
Yeah.
maybe the 8.
And that's going to make it, what, 2nd and 2 or 3? It's going to be pretty close. If they do pick up the first but don't score, I mean, you're going to have 1st and goal pretty close.
Right. It's obviously in a scrimmage. It is, I mean, I would call it 4 down territory, but they might want to see the field goal unit. We're going to get a handoff here.
And it is going to be enough,
man.
it looks like.
That's going to be enough for a 1st down. So it's, going to be 1st and goal here on about the 5. If I'm the coach, it's 4 down territory. I don't know what they're going to do in a scrimmage, but early on like this, man, let's go get 7.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like you said, in a scrimmage, who knows? Maybe you do want to see your kicker, but I think, like you're saying, it feels like this probably would be 4 down territory.
You've got one-on-one up top here. They're motioning out there. We are going to get a handoff.
It's going to be a give. And he does pick up some. He's getting very
I
close.
bet they're about to throw one up here.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel it.
I mean, with the success they've had with the quick passes, I could see that.
Yeah. Well, it's very man coverage on the outside. I know down closest to us, we're gonna have a bit of a size mismatch. The receiver, yeah, he's a tall kid. But you see how Riley is so far to the middle of the field. That's gonna
another give. Does he get in?
That's gonna be in. That's gonna be a touchdown.
Yep, and that is our
first touchdown of the game. Yep.
Score of this scrimmage. 1:26 left here in the first quarter. So the first quarter has been flying by.
And you said that you thought you had heard we're gonna get 4 full quarters or 3 full quarters. What do we getting tonight, Tyler?
I spoke with Coach Faircloth before the game, or earlier today during what was media day, and what he relayed to me was that it would probably be 4 full quarters with what sounded like starters for 3, at least the first half, and then you would get probably the 2 from that point.
Okay, yeah, that's quite a bit of starters in the first scrimmage, but that'll be good for us to see. Kick was up and good there, so that puts Lindale up 7, Sulphur Springs 0, but Sulphur Springs is, they got that first drive jitters out on the first one. I'm thinking that they're going to be a little more efficient this drive.
Yeah, I think so as well. What did you see from the defense there? I mean, they were
fine.
Yeah,
they were fine. Lindale didn't do anything great there. They were just good enough to get the first down in a couple of situations. Quick passes, good runs, and that's kind of on par with the scouting report that I gave before the game. I don't know that they're a home run hitting team, but good drive, good efficient drive there, and it's 7-0 Eagles.
And I think it's time to introduce another one of our sponsors, Ryan. Another sponsor, I say introduce, but I'm really welcoming them back. They were someone that was with us during the softball playoffs, and that is Chick-fil-A. Big shout out to Yuri Franklin.
Love Chick-fil-A.
And Chick-fil-A. It's the go-to question, Ryan. What is your go-to Chick-fil-A order?
I feel like if your base order is anything outside of the number 1, you're probably a psychopath.
Well, for me, it's the number 2, the spicy deluxe. But
my case rests there.
That I'm a psycho.
Right. Anybody whose go-to is not actually the number 1. You can order other things, but with that number 2, I'm gonna need you to have a number 1 with it.
That's fair.
Big kick there.
It was a very big kick.
Anytime you can go 5 yards deep in a high school kickoff, that's a big leg for sure.
It is. So the Wildcats will be starting, which, like you said, probably wouldn't have returned the kick regardless.
No, that's got to be a touchback for sure.
Anything we're expecting to see differently from this drive opposed to the first one?
We will have a deep ball this drive. I'm putting in the deep ball call right here. First time we get man coverage on the outside, we're chunking the rock.
Now, I will say a player that I'm excited to see that we haven't seen yet, Cooper Faircloth.
Yep.
Not only did we get Coach Faircloth, you get Cooper as well, and man, he has looked great during practice.
He's going to be a bigger body inside receiver. He's not gonna blaze you away with his speed, but his hands and his route running on the inside can be very effective.
And that's another give to Malachi. I think we'll see a ton of that on first downs here this year. I'm excited to see you. You made the prediction for a deep ball.
We're getting a deep ball this drive.
We've got Landon Fields over here. Landon Fields another.
Landon Fields is a
returning player.
speedster. He's a speedster. I remember last year thinking that he could fly. I wouldn't be surprised for a deep ball. C.J. Williams, man coverage up top. We've got zone down low.
Brady coming to the sideline. There's
Oh, man. Golly, just as we're talking about sure hands, one slips through. Good ball by Brady there. Much better ball this time rolling around. But, hey, that's okay. You got to go to the next one.
Yeah, I will say Brady did look pretty good on the rollout
Yep.
there. And like we mentioned, it's a scrimmage for all of us.
You know what's funny, Tyler, is you'd think that rolling out to your right as a strong-armed right-handed quarterback is easier fundamentally than rolling out to the left, but I was always much better going to the left because I knew that I had to be in the right position.
It's funny you say that. I obviously wasn't a quarterback, but I was the same way. As Brady rolls out again, tries to hit Cooper again, just a little bit behind him. That's tough, and it's going to be a 3-and-out for the Wildcats here.
But yes, rolling out to the right, in my head, I've got a strong enough arm to just fling it out there, and so I don't have my feet around, don't have my shoulders square, and that I've seen it many times that same way.
45 seconds left here in the first.
Again, very very real scrimmage. We are going to go with the 3-and-out. Most times they won't even count a 3-and-out. You'll just keep it rolling because they want to see what they want to see. But I like this format better.
I do too. I like at least attempting the punts and everything.
Good punt there.
Gets it inside the 35, right at about the 34, I believe.
Good starting field position for the Eagles. Let's see if we can get them 3-and-out. The problem is I think that our front seven is gonna have some spots this year where they get some pressure on the quarterback, but with them throwing all these quick balls and running the ball, we're not really able to get back there.
Real quick, another sponsor I want to introduce before we get back to action, The Way Bible Church. The Way Bible Church wants to welcome you on Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. and 10:45. You can also catch the live stream at 10:45 on their Facebook or YouTube. Come find a place to belong at The Way Bible Church. 43 left to play in the first quarter, and there's another quick pass. This one's completed up into the 45, almost.
Screen pass for a first down, Tyler. I'm telling you, man, that goes a long way. It goes a long way in building confidence with you and your receivers. That's a big kid. He's probably 6'3".
If you told me he's the biggest kid on the field right now, I'd believe it.
I need numbers, Tyler.
Yes, I would
it's
love.
killing me. I need numbers.
Now, again, as Ryan mentioned, during the regular season for both teams, we should have numbers, should be good to go there.
Well, I hope the away team has actual jersey numbers. That would be
actually,
good.
there's
Here's our
another one
first deep
to the
ball.
same receiver. He's caught it inside the
it.
20 to the house, and that is like a 50-yard touchdown.
I'm talking about all these short passes, and Lindale says,
yard.
"Hey, watch this!" And we've got a 2-play drive, both to our 6'3" unknown receiver for the Lindale Eagles. Good play there. That's going to be 13-0 Eagles.
Yeah, I believe that was 52 yards on that one. That receiver, back-to-back plays, looking really good. Kick is up.
Good snap, good hold, good kick. 14-0. All right, hey, offense sit down, offense back up. Brady should be ready to rock here. Let's go down and get 7 and feel a lot better about this.
I agree. Sorry, had to update the scoreboard for us. 15 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. I think it's about time to introduce another one of our sponsors, Ron.
You are the official ad reader.
Big shout out to Donnie's Heat and Air Conditioning. Donnie's Heat and Air Conditioning service is locally owned and operated with over 25 years of experience. They look forward to serving you. Call 903-307-9786 for same-day service. Again, that is 903-307-9786. Same-day service, Ryan. I don't know if you heard that.
Same-day service. That means it's quickly.
It is quick.
Good crowd tonight, Tyler.
Yep, it is.
I'm trying to people watch here. I see Mike Lamb in the stands, the Sulphur Springs superintendent. Looking at a lot of back of the heads. I see Jeff Harris. He's a big Wildcat fan. Those are our 2 official people watchers of the first quarter.
Okay, I'm the ad read. You be the people watcher.
I'll be the people watcher. I'm a good face guy. I can I'm not great with remembering names, but I'll remember your face.
That's going to help us when you name someone. You're like, hey, that's that guy.
Right,
I don't know his name, but it's that guy.
Well, we have video, so that's good.
That's true.
Good kick there.
And the return.
Oh, man, golly, I wanted a return.
Yeah, I did.
That was
too.
one that you returned right there.
I agree.
He wanted it too. He wanted it too.
Now, where will they be starting this drive from?
They're going to have to count that as a touchback.
Yeah, I think so,
Wouldn't be fair
right?
to. No, they have to. You got to. You've got to. Tyler actually played a game freshman year in the indoor. Okay, we had no kicking. Everything was a touchback, and all punts, I think, were calculated at, if you said you were punting, it was a 35-yard punt. So we played the whole game inside, and that was actually a really fun one.
They had another one of those. I don't remember if it was last season or the season before, but Brady back there again, and
bad snap, fall on it.
He is able to get to it, though, and I think they're just going to blow that dead, yeah.
Yeah, he did a good job recovering it. A lot of times you just want to see guys fall on it, but if you're athletic enough to do that, then definitely keep the play alive.
I agree. And they did stop the clock, so there will be one more play in this first quarter.
We'll see where they mark it. Golly, it's going to be second and very long, probably about second and 18-ish.
Yeah. I got to tell you, these games move by quickly when you're the ones calling it. Now the clock's rolling.
Right.
And I think that will do it for the first quarter. So,
okay.
14-0 Lindale Eagles after this first quarter of action.
I didn't know if they'd actually blow it dead or not.
I didn't either.
Looks like they're gonna. I wonder if they'll switch sides.
I was just about to ask.
They're
think
doing this
sides?
very much like a real game. I never played a scrimmage that was this real. Maybe for a quarter, but certainly not more than that.
Yeah, and you know what? I could see maybe you do one more quarter of that. Maybe after that, maybe you start to do more of what you're talking, like a more typical scrimmage. But again,
we are going to switch sides here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Again, we want to thank everyone for hanging out with us here tonight. Hopefully, y'all choose to hang out with us every Friday night this season, both home, on the road. We'll be there for all of them. Man, I got to tell you, dude, it's just fun to be up here. I'm having a blast right now.
Absolutely, man. I mean, how cool do you feel to be up in the press box calling a live football game? I mean, it doesn't matter what level it is, NFL, junior college, pee-wee, I'm here for it. I'm very excited to be here. What an awesome atmosphere. And this is a scrimmage. Okay?
Right.
This is a scrimmage. And so in 2 weeks from tonight, right now, Sulphur Springs Wildcats is going to host their first home game of the year, first game of the 2022 season. We hope that you're tuning in with us, but if you're not tuning in with us, you need to be here. You need to be at Gerald Prim.
I'm going to take it a step further. Come here
right.
and still cut us on your phone or something, and then you can watch us the day after. We
Absolutely.
also have more than just that. I will, throughout the course of the night, we're about to get back to the play, so I'm not going to interrupt, but we do have more stuff to announce.
Yep.
As we get this second and 18 to start the second. Brady rolling out.
Ball's going to go to C.J. Williams out of the backfield there. That's always a good
catch
play.
there, and a great game from him.
Oh, I got a hold on the ball.
That is a fumble.
Man. All right, defense got to go out there.
Fumble recovered on the 45, so Lindale will get to stay.
Man, you see that early in the season quite a bit. Fumbles because, they're not doing a whole lot of live hitting in training camp, and so it's kind of the first helmet on the ball action. I fumbled. I actually remember a fumble against Sherman, first game of my senior year. I got it back. But it just happens, man. It kind of comes to you as a surprise.
To the point you're making, I believe they haven't been hit or been hitting to this point. So like you said, I mean, you're getting hit for the first time. You would much rather get that out of the way tonight than 2 weeks from now.
Man, Sam Houston, guy, we did not do much in practice hitting because our Coach Keeler's philosophy was, we're a lot better with everyone. We have our whole team. We're a lot better, and that's the same at all levels. Good grab there.
It was.
Way to come downhill and make the play.
Yeah, because if he doesn't make that grab, that very well ends up being a turnover. Instead, you'd much rather take the no gain,
absolutely.
Than
now,
risking a turnover.
Lindale, they're really utilizing the screen pass. They love running the screen.
We'll see what they do here.
A little bit of zone coverage here.
It's going to be a give,
again.
And that's a decent little gain. They're about 4, I believe. Started at the 45, and they're getting close to the 40, so it's going to be 4 or 5 there. Will be third down, and it would be huge for Sulphur Springs if they could get a stop here.
We've got Cole Haney shaking up on the play. Doesn't look to be anything too serious, but nonetheless.
Yeah, of course, as always, hoping everything's all right there. 11:06 left here in the second quarter. I've got one more sponsor I would love to give a shout out to if it's cool with you, Ryan.
Absolutely.
I say one more. We're going to continue to shout them out throughout the course of the night, but the last one we want to introduce for now until, of course, next time, because it's not too late. It's not too late to include your own local business into the broadcast. But, of course, want to give a huge shout out to Alliance Bank. Here at Chad's Media, we know the love and support that Alliance Bank has for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats. We see that all the time. Of course, here at Chad's Media, we know that. But go visit alliancebank.com. We're back in action. 3rd and 5 from the 40. It's going to be another one of those screens. And it is going to be a first down. That's that same receiver who had those great plays earlier. Getting up, where are they at? About the
32-yard line.
I will say they've been pretty effective here on 3rd down tonight.
Oh, no question. It's just tough because if you run zone and you throw a screen, you feel like you're too far back. But if you're running man, then it's a lot easier to block in the screen ball. They're going to try to run a screen there. That's got to be a sack. Good play there by 45. That is, I can't read, Luke Caton.
It is Luke Caton.
I graduated with his brother, Logan Caton.
Dude, I will say Luke was a heck of a player last year, both a good on defense and offense. He's also a tight end and was very efficient offensively last year.
Believe it or not, his older brother, number 45 for the Wildcats, graduated with
There's
me.
another one of those
screen ball, good hit by
Hammonds.
Riley Hammonds.
That kid is a beast.
Yep, coming downhill like that, he's the type of kid that he's been juiced up for this. He needed to hit another team tonight for sure.
Oh, 100%.
He strikes me as a guy that is probably a little too physical in practice. Probably one that coaches try to keep a quick whistle on because they're worried that he's just trying to knock somebody's head off. That's what you want your safety to have, though. Ball over the middle, golly.
All the way
That's
up
a good play.
into the 15, it is.
Oh.
Did Riley come up with
They're
it?
going to blow that dead. Yeah, he's down. They're going to blow that dead. Man, really, really strong catch over the middle. Way to hold on to it. Big hit by the Sulphur Springs defender. But big gain for the Eagles right there.
And Ryan, I'm already slacking on my job. I forgot to update that it is, in fact, the second quarter.
That's
There's
okay.
9:30 left here in the second quarter.
Tyler, it's a dress rehearsal.
You're right. Okay. It's a dress rehearsal for all.
Everyone knows that.
Getting better every single day. It's a snap. It will be another
run.
handoff.
He's going to bounce that outside.
Up and the 10, inside the 5.
To score.
Touchdown. That's a great run.
That's a good run. Big hole up the middle. Bounce it outside. Tyler, we've got a bit of a student section.
We do.
That's a good sign for things to come. If we're able to have a student section for a scrimmage. It looks like they've even color coordinated. It looks like we're all wearing camo.
Yes, and I know that you're the people watcher here, but I gotta say we've got some other big Sulphur Springs athletes down here. It looks like we got Malachi Miles. Looks like we got Crimson Bryant. Looks like we've got some other athletes supporting the football team here.
There you go. Crimson Bryant, great pitcher for the softball team last year. I expect them in the spring to go far and do really well.
Absolutely. So, of course, now we've got our scoreboard updated. It is 21. Now, I will say they are not updating the scoreboard here at the field. They are updating everything else.
We are at Chad's Media. We're updating the scoreboard.
That's fair.
Tyler Lennon is all over it.
I don't want to be held responsible for that.
No, Tyler, you're the official scoreboard changer for the rest of the season.
The scoreboard changer, the ad reader, we're just multifaceted.
This is my first night, Tyler, and I really wanted to come in and make some changes. Those two things were on my mind heavy today. I really had to get out of the ad gig and the scoreboard editing gig, so I'm gonna pass that to you.
He said, Tyler, you're gonna do play-by-play, ad reads, and scoreboard. I will say though,
this looks good on your resume.
You're right.
All right, Tyler, we've got the kick here. Of course, we're not going to get a return.
Right.
Tyler, I had some big kickoff turnovers in my college career. Some big ones.
I literally was just about to ask. I feel like you're familiar with the kickoff and making big plays during that.
They've actually, and this is not something that I came up with. It's actually been coined one of the biggest turnovers in Sam Houston history in the FCS semifinals on a kickoff. So that's pretty cool.
It absolutely.
I didn't make that up, Tyler. Somebody said that.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Rob Hipp, actually, or the official radio guy for Sam Houston State. He actually just got a job at North Dakota State, the Bison, the mighty Bison, home of Trey Lance, Carson Wentz, Easton Stick, couple of NFL quarterbacks.
A couple decent ones.
Yeah, they've had some good ones. Okay, Tyler, let's get the ball moving right here.
I think I was just about to say I have a good feeling about this drive.
I think it's a deep ball drive. I was wrong last drive. You've got zone down here to CJ.
To give to Malachi. Malachi trying to make something happen, and he is. I mean, he picked up more than what could have happened.
Yep, no doubt. 2-yard gain. So it looks like CJ is going to be lined up at outside receiver here. We've got Faircloth in the slot.
Sorry, I keep covering up your roster for
No,
you.
you're good. I need to
Which
know
I will
it
say,
better.
we will get to a point where we know. This is night one.
Listen, I've been removed from actually being able to come to Sulphur Springs football games, so I'm doing. It's a scrimmage tonight for me too, as far as learning names.
Whoa. Like you said, getting a little chippy out here, but Brady rolled it, went for the rollout there. Of course, it's not going to be a gain of anything, but keeps the clock moving, keeps the. It's going to be 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8.
3rd and 8, 8:20 left in the third.
All right, let's see how the defense lines up here when we get set. See if I can put in a call here. We've got trips left. We'll see if we'll see at the top if it's complete man coverage. Looks like that safety's pretty far from the top. You got man coverage on the outside. You got man
Brady
coverage
taking
on the
off.
outside. Let's see.
Going to keep himself
Oh, he's
up
going to be
to
marked
the
short.
40.
I bet he's marked short.
What do you do?
Oh, listen, Tyler. It's a scrimmage. We're going for it. I'd go for it in real football.
I think I would as well. You're down 21. You're right here at the 40. I mean, I
it looks like we are going to go for it. Bring your big boys in. Put the B back in the backfield. They're actually, let's see. Yeah, they're going to put in. They're going to put in Caden here, who actually had a defensive stop earlier. He's going to be kind of a B-back guy this year, is my guess.
Now, I told you he was big on both sides of the field last year.
2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Malachi in the backfield. They're going to
Give it to
go to
Malachi.
Malachi, big run.
I was about to say that and plenty up to the 47.
Good run right there.
Great run by Malachi.
Well, that's where if 4th and short, give it to your playmaker and let your big boys eat up front. Good job clearing a good hole for Malachi right there in first down Wildcats.
Now, I will say, you were talking about getting the ball to your playmakers. I wouldn't be surprised. We haven't seen CJ in a couple drives. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't do something. You know, Lindale, a lot of those quick passes and everything, kind of getting the ball in their playmakers' hands. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see a little bit of that here.
Skylar Lewis comes in at outside receiver. He's going to be on our near side. CJ in the slot. That's too much space on CJ. I'd give it to him quickly. Malachi bouncing
to the outside, gets past the 50, past the 40.
Big run,
a lot of room for
Malachi.
Malachi inside the 30.
Man, he's quick.
Great run for Malachi.
His feet look like it's like a Looney Tunes cartoon. He's moving so fast.
It really
Big
is.
run right there.
And he is hyped. I don't blame him.
No,
I'm
absolutely
hyped.
not. Let's go get 7 here, Wildcats. Big
I'm
run.
hyped. I told you it's going to be a big season for Malachi this year, and he's given us no reason to believe otherwise.
So, Tyler, I'm trying to look at how we're calling plays offensively. It looks like we have big colored note cards with numbers on them. There's no telling what any of that means.
Right.
Obviously, it's a run-pass type deal. They're probably signaling the formation. Everywhere does it differently. Let's see, tied in to the left.
Another give to Malachi, and another good run. He gets
Good hit there. Good hit.
At least a few there. Inside the 30, close, or inside the 25, rather, close to the 20.
That's where you're looking over at the sideline and you're like, come on, man, I just had a big run. I'm tired. Maybe give it away from me. Get it away from me on this.
I don't know,
snap,
man. They've been waiting to play football so long. I think you'll take whatever.
Or he's hot.
Yeah.
He's hot. He's got the hot hand. He wants to roll with it.
It's going to be 2nd and 6 from the 22. There's 5:45 left here in the first half.
Tyler, it's been far too long since C.J. Williams has touched the ball. I think this is a good time to do it. We're going to get zone coverage down to C.J. That safety's helping over top. Brady rolls out to the right, over the middle.
And he finds Landon Fields. Landon
play.
Fields enough for the first down inside the 15.
I wish he would have been able to stay up, but throwing across your body like that, that's a tough ball.
It is.
And to get a completion there, that's good. Way to move the chains.
So it looks like that's going to be first from right at the 15.
So you still got a
Wildcats
first
in the red
down.
zone for the first down.
First Wildcat red zone drive of the season. Now, of course, when I say that in 2 weeks,
Yes.
this washes away.
Yes, agreed.
It's the first one tonight, but in 2 weeks, it's the first one then.
Yes. The give to Malachi. I'm telling you, man, Malachi, very efficient with the ball in his hands.
Him for sure.
Gain of just a couple there. So now we've got us officially inside the 15. 4:50 left here in the first half. 2nd and 7.
So I guess we will get a halftime, probably. Something short of a halftime.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now, I don't know how long. Coach Faircloth kind of made it sound like it wouldn't be a super long one. Our own Corey Hankins did offer to do entertainment. For whatever reason, Coach Faircloth didn't seem to have much interest in that.
Okay, well,
4:20 left in the first
for Corey,
half.
I don't either.
Pass is complete.
Pass.
And that's going to be out to Matthew Mitchell.
Matthew Mitchell. There you go. That's a name we hadn't talked about tonight.
It is. And I think we're going to be seeing plenty of him this year. To my understanding, I think we might see him in a handful of different roles. And I think he can do a little bit of all of it.
Yeah, played some quarterback last year. Good athlete. I think that they're going to use that athleticism more this year. I expect us to see him less in a quarterback role, but don't be surprised. Maybe, I don't know. Offensive coordinators these days, they like to get tricky. Maybe you put Matthew back there and Brady.
Speaking of, they've got CJ at the running back now. CJ tries to make something happen.
That's a good fit.
Best.
That's a good fit. Yeah. Man, 4th down, you got to go for it, don't you?
I don't know, man. I like the idea of putting some points on the board right before the half, but at the same time, I like the idea of, it's a scrimmage.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with kicking it there, and here's why. Sulphur Springs is going to get the ball to start the second half, if the second half is the same format that we're going.
Right.
And so I'm okay with, if you feel like you can take the 3 here and then go get 7 out of the half, then 21-10, you're right back in that ball game.
And it will be Uriel Santa Cruz, the man doing the kicking for us here tonight. Also,
got a 26-yard field goal here. Good snap, good hold. I didn't think so.
No good.
Yep, it's hard to see from here, but
it is.
That did look a little wide left.
Yeah. So there will be 2:51 left in this first half for Lindale to work with, and they'll have the ball. Where will they have the ball? At about if they'd go ahead and spot it, we would know.
It's going to be the 16-yard line.
Yes.
Typically, your hold is going to happen about 7 yards behind where the line of scrimmage was. So if that holds true, we're going to get 16. Ball in the 16 here. Lindale's going to be in the 2-minute offense. And this is one of those situational deals where I truly feel like Lindale here is going to take this as a learning experience and go try to score. Now, they are moving the ball to the 30. So I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know, Tyler.
Now, I will say they've looked really good in the quick pass game here tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't at least start this drive doing something similar.
So ball at the 30 for some reason.
Play action. Out all the way up to the 40. Big hit
by
Riley Hammonds. Granted, now it was a very big gain as well.
I was gonna say that is, if I had to pick one football pet peeve, it's defensive players getting hyped up on 20-yard gains. Big hit there, no doubt. That's absolutely something to be excited about. But big game by the Eagles there.
First down from the 47.
Another screen pass. I'm shocked. Looked like he got about 4 there, maybe 5. For some reason, the clock did not run on that first one because I believe the drive started with 2:41. It looks like there's about 2:30 left. I know that can't be right.
Now
it's a scrimmage for everyone, Tyler.
It is. Now they are past the 50 now. It's looking at about a 2nd and 6.
Rolling out to the right.
Rolling towards our side.
Oh,
Riley Hammonds.
Smith.
Now, I'm telling you, man, that man is
all over the place.
He's a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. He had 4 picks last year, led the team, And if you told me he got more than that this year, I'd believe you.
No doubt. And right there, the Lindale quarterback, he's got to be careful with throwing across his body. That throw is longer than you think it is. It looks nice and shiny over there. You think your guy's open, but that's just because you can't see the safety on the backside hawking down on the ball just like Riley Hammonds did right there.
To 3rd and 6, another
Play action pass.
Nick Cantillo coming up with the sack on the play. And did you hear what I just said there? Nick Cantillo with the sack on the play?
He's back.
You might want to get familiar with that phrase.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the last time you hear that one.
Okay, so Wildcats are going to get the ball here with less than 2 minutes. This punt is going to put them at about the 15 or 20. Good chance to maybe see Brady air out the ball here on this next drive.
Yeah, I think so as well. Like you said, less than 2. The clock currently at 1:46. We'll see how much time is left after the punt. But it is an opportunity for Brady to air the ball out a bit, as this one goes inside the 20.
Ball at the 18. All right, let's see. 136, ball at the 18. Wildcats are looking for 7. We'll take 3, but definitely looking for 7 here.
I agree with you. I think you'll take whatever points you can get, like you said. But, if it happened to be 7, that would be great as well. Starting at the 18, 136 to work with. I wouldn't be surprised, we were mentioning earlier about getting the ball in CJ's hands. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that. He very much is a playmaker. We haven't seen the ball go in Cooper's direction as much as I thought either. I know he's gotten a couple targets so far. A couple that I can remember anyway.
All right, we're starting the drive with an empty backfield here. I would assume CJ is the running back, but he's in the slot position at the moment. Brady, 3-step drop.
And he does get
1,
it to
2,
CJ.
3 ball.
CJ able to get out of bounds.
That's what you got to do right there.
Picked
Stop
up
the
about
clock.
5 probably. Started at the 18, and now you're at about the 23. So, yeah, 2nd and 5. And hey, you didn't waste any time. You picked up some yards. Yeah.
Good little chunk plays. You got plenty of time. Minute 30 is really good in high school football. With the clock stopping after a first down. In the NFL, it doesn't matter if you get a first down or not. The clock continues to roll.
Right.
But here, minute 30 is an eternity if you do it correctly.
Rolling finds CJ again. CJ up past the 30, breaks a tackle, gets out of bounds at the 35.
Hold on to that ball.
This drive started at the 18. 2 plays to CJ, and now you're up to the 35, and there's still 1:22 left to play. Now, we know without us, we have the scoreboard, we don't have a clock. So especially during these last couple minutes, I feel like I need to make sure I'm updating, 1:22 left to play here. 1st and 10 from the 35.
Good job getting out of bounds there. Reset the chains. Everyone take a deep breath. I would assume that we're going to stay in the air here with 1:22 to play. Malachi rolling in the backfield. Bad snap.
Brady picks it up. Fires to his
ball down
left.
The middle.
Skylar Lewis, did he stay in bounds?
That's a catch,
yes,
Tyler.
He did.
Wow, what a play.
From the 30 all the way up to the other 40, Skylar Lewis, great catch there. Great pass by Brady. Great all around. There's 1:14 left to play, and now you are all the way up to the 40 line.
That's big time. Now you don't have to call anything special. Call your offense. You've got 1:14. In a real situation, you probably have a couple timeouts, but 1:14 on your side of the 50 is plenty of time to put together a good drive.
Now, I will say, if we had to pick standouts of this first half, Skylar Lewis is definitely one of the names I think you would be saying.
Yeah, no doubt. That's a great catch right there.
I think knowing that you have him, CJ, Cooper, Luke, you have options to get the ball to. Brady having to roll out real quick. I thought they were going to blow that dead.
I'm glad they didn't. I don't think that he got him there. I really don't.
Yeah, fair point. And that's going to be a nice little pickup for Brady. We'll see where they spot that. And it looks like they might be discussing it now.
I'm okay with giving him 3 or 4 yards right there,
yeah.
but definitely not a sack, and do not think that he would have made the play there.
That is fair. Now, the clock's still rolling. You're at 48 seconds, 47. Now we have a timeout, maybe?
That's one of those if, ands, and buts where candy and nuts situations. The age-old, I got the sack. Well, I don't think you did. Defensive players love that.
Clock's still rolling down to 30 at this point.
Oh, that can't be right.
No, I would have thought they called a timeout, but that's what we have
we're gonna have to
on the
chunk
field.
the rock. We got to play action.
Brady dropping back now, rolling. Gets rid of it.
Oh, good.
Cooper Faircloth.
I think he dropped it.
No, I think he dropped it. I think you're right.
That could have been. It was close to being an interception. I don't love that we lost so much time right there. That's probably not an accurate
I agree.
game situation, but 19 seconds on the clock. You got to throw it up here. I mean, it's 3rd and 7.
From the 38.
I don't know the timeout situation. I could tell you a lot better in a real game, hey, what are they thinking right here? But do they have 3 timeouts? Are they not allowed to take timeouts? I'm not sure. But
that's a great question.
Yeah, 3rd and 7, 19 seconds. You
got 38 yards to go.
Safety rolls to the middle.
And another bad snap. Brady's
snap.
able to get to it, but way back in the backfield now. They are going to blow that one dead. And that's
going to take them to the half.
The first half, yeah.
Hey, in a real situation, if I'm Lindale, you absolutely call timeout right there, because then you've got 4th and about 50, and you make Sulphur Springs punt right there for sure.
Oh, I agree with you.
But,
because again, I mean, if you make them punt, you could block the punt. Anything.
High school special teams, there's a lot. Any special teams, but high school special teams, you can absolutely make a massive difference. You can certainly change the outcome of the game by just simply playing good on special teams.
I agree. So that is going to do it for the first half. 21-0 here at the half. And Ryan, if it's cool with you now that we are in between, I think the folks might not mind, looking at us again for once.
I'm good with that, Tyler.
Are you? So, Ryan, kind of walk us through a little bit, if you don't mind. We're right here.
I was turning around to that back one.
Yeah.
I think we need to go to the back one.
We will at some point for tonight because it's such a short one. We're just going to be right here.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
Unless they come in and tell us otherwise. But very quick halftime is what they made it sound like it was going to be. Kind of walk us through what you saw from this first half. There's going to be things you did like, things you didn't. Let's kind of discuss all of it.
A lot of uncertainty. It's kind of the first night jitters. I feel like you can see that. That's okay. Like I said, we're not gonna define who we are tonight. Tonight is a sneak peek of what we can be. It's 21-0. I wouldn't really put a whole lot of stock into the score.
Right.
Nobody watches NFL preseason games and thinks that's how good their team is going to be.
Oh, for sure.
Coaches are trying stuff. They're putting people in places, calling certain plays. I just want to see good efforts, good execution, try to play as clean as we can. And I would say we're doing pretty good. I don't think we're playing bad on defense. You had one.
Well, I was going to say, defensively, I feel like you have definitely seen things to feel good about. Nick with the sack, Riley's kind of been all over the field. I mean, there's definitely things defensively to look at and feel good about.
Yeah, no doubt. You had one busted coverage, and that led to a 52-yard touchdown. That's going to happen early on in the season. But, man, I think everybody's swarming. Like you said, Riley Hammonds has kind of been all over the place, having some big hits. Offensively, we haven't really put a whole drive together yet. We the closest we got down to maybe the 4-yard line. We weren't able to punch it in. It's all good. It's all good. I like what I've seen so far.
For what it's worth, on that last drive, you make it all the way to the 38.
Right. No doubt.
And if it would have been a game situation, like you said, we would have probably seen a timeout there with like 40 seconds. So that very well could have went differently.
Well, that just goes along with what I said. I wouldn't put a whole lot of stock into the score. Clock management's kind of weird. Timeouts are weird. Are we doing this real? Are we doing that real? A lot of moving parts, and that's not a great depiction of what tonight has been. I think Wildcats are doing fine right now.
I agree. For anyone wondering, we said this was going to be a shortened halftime. They have 5 minutes, 55 seconds on the clock here. Now, they very well could decide to come back earlier, but until told otherwise, we're going to assume that's how much time there is before we get started playing again. I think if we're going to talk about positives, we've got to mention Malachi Rowland again. That was a player in the pregame show. And for anyone wondering, before our first official game, we'll have a pretty lengthy pregame show, I believe. And, of course, those are the type of things we're going to talk about, players to watch for this season. But Malachi Rowland, anytime you ask me, is one of the first names I'm going to name, and he's looked pretty good tonight.
No doubt. He had that one drive where they gave him 2 or 3 carries in a row, broke a long one for maybe 25 or 30 yards. That's a good confidence builder in a scrimmage like this. You start to trust your O-line. Okay, I am going to have holes. I can bust one outside. And like I said, there's a lot of tonight is about feeling better about 2 weeks from now. It's not about necessarily what the outcome is tonight. It's about, okay, in 2 weeks when we strap this thing up for real, how confident am I that we can get it done?
Right. You mentioned the offensive line a second ago and the defensive line. I was able to speak with Coach Faircloth. It was last Saturday morning. And, of course, that was exactly 1 week into camp. 1 week of camp had been done. And I asked him, what are the 1 or 2 areas that you've felt the best about so far, and he said it was offensive and defensive line. Now there is some contrast there. The defensive line is a lot of senior leadership. The offensive line is a good mix of both. You've got some seniors like Sean Dial, but you've also got some guys who will be getting their first bit of varsity experience. And he mentioned they're kind of putting it together, but he said they're meshing well together, they're playing well together, and we've seen some good things from both the offensive and the defensive line tonight. What I was going to mention to you, though, I feel like now neither of us are the coach, but if you were and I asked you, what do you want to be feeling best about at this point, you would probably say this early in the season, my offensive and my defensive line is what I want to be feeling good about.
No doubt. The football games are won in the trenches. There's no question about that. Obviously, quarterback and skill and DBs and all that are very important, but truly football is won on the offensive and defensive line. And if you can control the line of scrimmage offensively or defensively, you're going to be all right. And if you can do both of them, you're going to be a good football team. No question.
Right. We've got 3.5 minutes left before we get started here in the second half. Now, again, one thing we don't know is whether or not, like we said, so far they've been playing it like it's just a normal game. They very well.
I don't know how they're going to come out here. No, I have no clue.
Well,
I have no clue.
Mentioning the defensive line a second ago, Lindale has made it really tough to see how good they look tonight just because it's so many quick passes. It's not a lot of runs. It's not a lot of time for them to do much. But from what we have seen, like we said, we saw the sack from Nick. We've seen, some stops on runs, stopping them at the line of scrimmage. I would say they looked pretty good so far.
Well, and I would think that Lindale, being that they have two future Division I offensive linemen, they're going to be a run heavy team, especially not having a quarterback with just a cannon arm. A quarterback's fine. He's very efficient, getting a lot of quick balls out there, a lot of completions, but no cannon arm. They don't have to do a lot of pass pro, and so I would expect Lindale's going to be a heavy run team this year, and that's what we're seeing tonight. So yeah, to your point, we're not really seeing what our front seven can be from a pass rush sense, and I think that might be one of our strong suits. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I very much agree with that. I think you can be solid on really all three levels defensively this year. And of course, it kind of starts with those front two. Once you get those started, that definitely helps with that back level. We've got just a couple minutes left before we go to half, or before we come back from the half. What do you hope to see in this second half run?
Just longer offensive drives being put together. Like I said, I don't know that the defensive performance tonight is very. I don't know that it's very indicative of the 21-0 score. I think the defense is doing fine. I'd like to see some longer drives from the offense. Let's see Brady Driver air it out a couple times. Let's get C.J. Williams down the field, Landon Fields. Cooper Faircloth, I'd like to see us air it out. I know Brady's got a great arm talent, and so it's early. Like I said, that chemistry is going to come. It's going to come, but I would like to see that here.
Final question for you. I think we've got time for one more. There's literally 1 minute left. If I had to pick one or two players that you've felt the best about what you've seen from tonight, I'll start, if that's cool with you.
Absolutely.
I'm going to throw Skylar Lewis's name out.
Okay, yeah, big catch there on the sidelines. I'll go defensive. I feel like you gotta go Riley Hammonds. Had a couple of big hits. Comes downhill very well. I don't feel like he's been put in a lot of coverage situations thus far, but I do like what I've seen from a run stopping sense.
I agree, Ryan. I think the people have seen enough of our faces. Y'all will get to see more at the end of the game, but I think we might need to throw it back down to the field. And look at that.
What a beautiful sky.
Sunset. That's a beautiful sunset here at Gerald Prim Stadium. 14 seconds left, so we're as long as that clock is correct, we are about to get started again as we see the players down on the field there. I don't know. It looks like Sulphur Springs is ready to get started now, and it looks like Lindale might not be quite as ready. But that's, again, a problem with a scrimmage. If this were a game, we would know for 100% fact. Like, hey, it's, you know what I mean? Time to get rolling. But, all right, now it looks like Lindale's coming out of the huddle, about ready to get going. I think you mentioned this already, but it will be Sulphur Springs ball to begin, correct?
Lindale started with the ball. I don't know I don't know exactly what that means in this scrimmage, but Sulphur Springs would start with the ball for sure.
Now we do have the clock reset.
12 minutes. Maybe it's going to be just the same.
It might be. And I kind of hope it is. I would like to see it continue. Now, I will say I keep sounding very much in favor of that. The one benefit you do have from the other way is you get more situational type of, more looks at certain situations. But
yeah, no, I mean, no question. You want to. I think the best way to practice situations is just let it naturally happen. That way you're thinking on the fly and you're not really, okay, well let me game script for 20 and in or on the 20 going out. Let's just let it naturally happen and have to do it on the fly.
Sulphur Springs back on the field now. Again, I think it's time to shout out our sponsors again. As we mentioned, Hooten's Hardware. They're in Emory. Of course, like I said, very familiar with Hooten's. And for those of you who aren't, they feature brands that you are very familiar with, such as Club Cadet, Echo, Milwaukee, Skag Power Equipment, Still, and much more. They also, I don't know if you know this, Ryan, but the stew competition, stew cook-off, right around the corner, you could get a stew pot over there.
When does that start? When is that? I'm not a massive stew guy, and I feel like now
I am.
Well, see, I feel like now that I'm back in Sulphur Springs, I've been away for a while. I feel like that I'm back. I need to figure out more ways to even further assimilate myself into Sulphur Springs culture.
You are Mr. Sulphur Springs Wildcat. You're like, how can I find more ways?
Come on.
How can I be more Sulphur Springs? I love it.
That's your words, not mine.
I think our viewers love it as well, Ryan. So we are set to get this started. Let me do my job and update the scoreboard, shall we?
Official scoreboarder.
I'm trying, man.
All right, Tyler. Sulphur Springs on offense. Let's see what we've got rolling here. Again, good quick completions. Get some drives put together. Get behind Sean Dowell and the rest of that offensive line, and let's go to work. Brady is going to start the second half here. I wasn't sure if he'd come out or not. We've got C.J. Williams up top. We've got Cooper Faircloth in the slot. Landon Fields on the outside. Another low snap. Kind of had some troubles with that tonight.
Malachi picking up some yards once again. Man, always efficient.
Tyler, I just saw somebody with nachos. I'm pretty hungry.
I am
what's
too,
your go-to,
man. If someone, my go-to
What's your go-to concession stand snack? Man,
I know we literally just said it, but it might be nachos.
Nachos, okay. So I don't actually like nacho cheese. I feel better if I can actually put grated cheese on there and melt it myself. But I'm picky. I won't lie. I'm kind of a plain Jane type of guy.
So what's your go-to?
Probably popcorn.
Popcorn, yeah. You can't mess up popcorn.
Oh,
with a delayed give to Malachi. Malachi picking up a lot of room now, all the way up to the 50. Malachi, all the way up to the 30. To the 20, he's inside the red zone, into the 10 before finally going down. Malachi Rowland with a great carry.
And Tyler, I'm going to be honest with you. The delayed handoff there got me. I was just the words Brady's rolling out to the right were just coming out of my mouth. So great fake by Brady and Malachi and the offensive line there.
All the way from the 32 to the 8.
Yeah, no doubt. And a lot of people will miss the fact that play action only works if the offensive line sells it as a pass right, as a rollout right. They're leaving the base of the offensive line kind of headed right, and so really Malachi is going out to the left with no blocking. But that's how that play works.
Again, another carry, gain of a couple maybe. Ryan, we were talking about our favorite concession stand food. I think, as much we were talking about being hungry, loving some concession stand food, but what I could really go for is some Chick-fil-A. Shout out to the people at Chick-fil-A and Yori Franklin as we're down here all the way to the 6. Second goal from the 6.
That was about a week 8 move right there. It's a scrimmage. It's a dress rehearsal for the both of us, but that was a pro level slippage right there. I love it.
Thank you. They are going to blow that one, Dad.
I disagree with that one, ladies and gentlemen. I do not think that he tackles Brady Driver right there. Brady agrees with me. I wish they would have let that one go. But it's a scrimmage. We're not going to get too mad tonight, Tyler.
Right.
Chick-fil-A add
Thank you.
The slip in there was nice.
Thank you. I appreciate
Big
that.
fan of that one.
As soon as I started it, you kind of look. I was like, does he know where I'm going with this or not?
I did. Well, at first I didn't. I was like, man, we've talked about concession food enough, Tyler.
Right. That's enough. Now that's going to make it 3rd and goal from the 18. How much does that change your play call here, Ryan?
If you're okay with going for it on 4th down, you can actually run a draw here.
Yeah.
And you're probably going to pick up half of it. Looks
he's
like they're going to throw it up.
Over to the left
CJ
side.
Williams. Oh, man, I don't know that you might not get a pass interference there in a game. Typically, that actually wasn't CJ Williams. That was your boy.
I believe that was Skylar, yeah.
That was your boy Skylar Lewis. Man, the defender there, you really are supposed to turn your head and play the ball. If you're playing the eyes of the receiver there, a lot of times you get PI. But nonetheless, 4th down Wildcats. It's going to be a 35-yard kick. Pretty quick math right there.
Dude, I love that you're on the quick math. I used to be really good at quick math, and the older I get and the less I use math, the worse I am at quick math. Kick is up, though.
Much better kick. That one's going to be good.
That one is going to be good. So how many yards away did you say
That's
that
going
was?
to be a 35-yard kick. Tyler, I'm good at it because I held in college for Sam Houston State, and so I had to get really good at adding 7 to whatever yard line we were on because that's where we always lined up. So that's why I'm good at adding 7 and 17 to whatever yardage the ball's
fair.
on. So 21-3.
21-3. 98. 9 minutes and 38 seconds. As good as it was on the Week 8 Chick-fil-A read, that bad at reading the time.
Dress rehearsal.
Yes.
21-3, Tyler.
9 minutes, 38 seconds here in this 3rd quarter. And again, want to give a big shout out to one of our sponsors, The Way Bible Church. The Way Bible Church wants to welcome you home on Sunday mornings at either 9 o'clock or 10:45. You can also catch the live stream at 10:45 on either Facebook or YouTube. Come find a place to belong at The Way Bible Church.
Now, Tyler, something that I would always preach to, if I was an offensive coordinator,
Are you
or a head
saying
coach,
preach because I just read an ad for the Way Bible
dude,
Church?
I didn't
that might be a
mean,
week 8 move from you.
I didn't even mean to do that. I'm just a natural. Maybe I need to be a part-time ad reader. I don't know. That might have been enough to do that. No, what I was saying is what I would preach. There we go. There's my week 8 ad read there. What I would preach to my players coming out of the half is we have to put points on the board first time we're on the field offensively, and I'd say that for both halves. You want to go get points your first drive of the first half, and you want to go get points your first drive of your second half. That really sets the tone for the offense going forward.
It's a lot like, sometimes other sports kind of carry to others. It's a lot like what Coach Shaver used to say in basketball. The first 3 minutes of each half, really important. And again, I think
We're
it
going
goes
to
back
get a
to
pooch
like
kick here, I bet. Yep, I called it. You could really tell by the way the kicker was lining up there. He kind of caddy-cornered it instead of taking about a 5 to 7 yard drop like most kickers do. So you could tell that the pooch was coming there. Pooch kicks, man, it's a touchy subject. If you're a special teams fanatic like myself.
See, I am as well.
So. Right. Well, it really changes the game. I'm telling you, the stats say that if you get a turnover on special teams, your chances of winning go up dramatically. But anywho's with a pooch kick, there's a lot of different reasons you might do something like that. Maybe they have a crazy returner. You want to get the ball out of his hands, or you're okay. You feel good about your defense making a stop there. You just don't want to take the risk of anything bad happening. You put them on the 30, and here we go, defense. Let's get a 3 and out here, Tyler.
I'm with you. Now there's a hand up to the 35 and more.
Bunch of arm tackles there, man.
Yeah.
We got a helmet off, offensive lineman everywhere.
Up to about the 38, so gain of about 7 or 8 there. 7. It's going to make it 2nd and 3.
I'm telling you, man, Lindale can run the rock.
They can.
There's no question.
Like you said, that offensive line, the more and more I'm looking at them, they are big.
Big group. And apparently I don't have the numbers to really tell you, but apparently the best one's not even out there.
And it's going to be another carry that's up past the 40 for a first down. Now, just because you didn't get the first down, you could still get a stop here and it be just almost just as efficient.
Absolutely. Lindale, I think, golly, I don't know if this is true or not, but I think they've gotten across the 50 every offensive drive tonight. That's something that you certainly.
I believe the first one, it was close, if not.
It was close, if not. They've been efficient. There's no question. Got another run here. I mean, man, they're 4 or 5 yards a pop. There's no question. They're going to mark that a little up, 4 yards.
And like you said, they can run the rock.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's no question. There's no question.
And especially, I mean, once you get in a role like that, it can become very tough to stop. And of course, when you saw how good they were in the quick pass game earlier, they could always go right back to it. I mean, that's tough. But it is going to be about 2nd and 7 here from right at the 45. 8:25 left to go.
Shotgun, quick pass, quarterback. Oh.
Fakes, and they're going to blow that dead pretty quickly.
very that was live tackle right there.
That was Nick Cantillo once again, I believe.
Excuse the black jersey.
Yeah, I believe that was once again Nick Cantillo. So if you're keeping stats, if you call that a sack, I don't know what they would have called it.
No,
that's
a
sack.
That's close. I don't know if he actually gained a yard or not.
They're not.
No, they're marking it back.
Yeah.
They're marking it back.
So that would be number 2 on the night for him. That's going to make it about 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10 back from.
2-sack night is big time. But
not
a quick
bad
pass
at all. Up to the 50. Is that a catch? It is. No, it is not. Is it?
Oh,
we've got flags all over the field, by the way.
We've got a helmet off. That's
back
probably
here in the backfield.
Anytime the helmet's off for one side, it's probably not good for the other. Tyler, are we sure he didn't catch that?
Okay, I really don't know.
I thought he caught it, but it looked like
did.
the ref said he didn't.
In typical, like we mentioned earlier, practice scrimmage form, I need to not say that it's a catch unless it is a catch.
Right.
7:47 left here in the third quarter, by the way. As we had mentioned earlier, if all goes according to plan, they will play both the third and fourth quarter, and we'll probably get to see some different guys in the fourth. Maybe even late into the third, we'll see. But
we're going to have an illegal hands to the face call on the defense. We're going to have a personal foul and sportsmanlike on the offense. I believe... Ooh, those actually don't technically offset because one was during the play, one was after the play.
I was about to ask.
We'll see. Oh, we're changing the call. Personal foul, legal hands to the face on the defense. After the play is over, sportsmanlike conduct on the offense. Yeah, they're actually going to move it up. Hey, watch this. They're going to move it up for a first down, and then they'll move it back, and it still be first down, I think. Yeah, wow. Look at that. That wasn't on your bingo card tonight.
Do you remember earlier in the night, you had said I was in week 8 form? You're in playoff form right now.
That was pretty solid right there.
You're in playoff form.
That was pretty solid. Like I said, I've watched more football than most people could forget.
You're right. The man knows what he's doing.
Most people would not know the during the play, after the play ruling.
Right.
That it's actually plus 15, minus 15.
And it looks like we've still got... Okay, they're just reiterating now?
Boy, that was so unique. The coaching staff isn't even quite sure what just happened.
Now, I will say...
It shouldn't be fourth down.
I will say, as someone who was an official at one point in their life, what I have learned is every now and then a coach will know for a fact that you are correct, but they will ask you just to make
No,
explain.
there's no question.
Yeah.
Well, no, I know the rule. I want you to tell me
I just
the rule.
want to make
I don't need to know.
To me.
I need you to know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the golly. My dad was great at that.
Really?
He was great at it.
Shout out
in
to
baseball, especially.
I was an umpire, so I was really talking baseball there. But
oh man, well
he carry in this. A great break of a tackle. He's coming this way now, up past the 45, close to the 40.
I feel like this second half, we're a lot of arm tackles. You gotta set your feet and really throw your hips through it.
Now, in all fairness, this is the first time you've tackled in a year.
No question.
It is late in the game, so
There's no question.
I get it.
There's no question.
It's going to make it 2nd and 1. We've got just a little over 7 minutes left to play here in this first quarter, or third quarter rather, and we've got the official giving another ruling. No, just talking to the clock. That's my fault.
There we go. All right, 2nd and 1. We've got another quick pass. Oh, baby. Golly.
Up past the 35, and that receiver is having a great night here.
Yeah, that's to the 6'3", unknown number wide receiver from Lindale. He loves a good screen pass.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I thought when we got the pump fake there, we were able to get back there and maybe get a sack, but just evaded that.
I will say we've seen the defensive line do more and more the second half because even a second ago, when they didn't actually get the tackle that you're talking about, they got to him at the line of scrimmage. I mean, we're seeing some solid action from that defensive line here. 6 minutes, 54 left here in the third. There's a snap.
Another handoff.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
There we go. Get him down. Boom. Loss of 2. Big play by the Wildcats there. You know, Lindale, man, they've gotten across the 50 more times than they haven't tonight. They're very efficient, but more than a loss of 2 there, about a loss of 4.5.
Yeah. Got 2nd and 13 on the board here. Clock starting to roll again. Under 6.5 minutes here in this third. Got a little motion going on
there. You know, a lot of times teams motion. Well, okay, not a lot of harm done there. That's going to be about 3rd and 7. Big game, but still 3rd and 7. You know, a lot of times teams motion to see if it's man or zone. You know, if you motion and somebody goes with them, it's man. If you motion and nobody moves, it's still zone. So we did that in college a lot, kind of just upper level defensive reading right there. I'm almost certain that a screen's coming down low here. Golly.
And it is another
They did fake
the
the screen
side
there, but
and another break of a tackle. He's inside the red zone now, still keeping his feet moving up into the 15, I believe.
Did you see him fake the screen, Tyler? So he was in kind of a bunch set, step back, had his leading blocker in front of him, quarterback with a delay handoff. That's a good offensive play call there.
It is. I agree with you. It is a good play call there. Now we're up into the red zone. Once again, it looks at the 16. 5.5 left here in the third quarter. Trying to do a better job of announcing the time left in this second half. Like you said, a scrimmage for all of us, trying to get better every day. And you know what? I think not every day. Let's get better every play, man.
Absolutely. Let's get to playoff form far before the playoffs.
And
another
again,
motion there. It's
motion.
going to be zone. Nobody went with him. Handoff.
Another give all the way.
That is going to be a touchdown.
To the crib for a touchdown.
Pretty solid.
16-yard run?
Oh, we've got a flag. I actually wasn't paying attention to see who that's going to be on.
Based on where that's thrown, I'm not sure if that's not after the play.
It is going to be after the play for sure.
And, of course, during the regular season, I believe y'all will probably be able to hear the officials up here in the booth.
I would think so.
I don't know.
Actually,
we might have to turn that volume down. That way we can hear you. We might be better off just having you explain it.
We'll be able. Yeah, well, I do have a PhD in football ruling. No flag there. They actually didn't. They didn't assess it, but I'm sure there was some type of taunting or unsportsmanlike conduct by one of the sides. Nonetheless, another flag. There we go.
To quote DJ Khaled, another one.
I like it. Yeah, that's. Huh.
So it's gonna make it 28-3 on our scoreboard. On the scoreboard here, it's still zeros.
You know, Tyler, I wasn't really looking at it, but that could have been just a. Ooh, man, I'm about to get real tricky with you here. Okay,
I'm all
on
ears.
officiating. That could have been a practice officiating call right there. They call a flag on. They call a flag on a defender lining up over the center. Okay, you cannot do that on a kick in high school football. So that might have just been a, hey, let's practice looking for that. They throw the flag, don't do anything about it afterwards. Big strike of lightning there out to our right side of our view. Of course, I have no idea how close that is or not, but I did just see it.
5:02 left here in the third as we get ready for another Wildcat drive. Now, depending on how long this takes, it could be the last one we see from the starters.
28-3, Tyler.
If this is the last drive we see from the starters, is there anything you're hoping to see in this final?
7. I want to see 7.
I agree with you.
Yep,
I think
that's what I want to see.
I think that would be huge momentum-wise. I think that would be huge for your final drive as starters. Get on the board, like you said, 7. And I think that'd be great moving into next week.
Okay, so they are gonna mark it off on the kick. It looks like they're gonna be kicking from the 45-yard line. You would think, right here I've actually seen teams when they do have a penalty assessed on the kickoff, instead of just kicking it through the back of the end zone, they might onside kick here because worst case scenario, the return team is gonna have it at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, I agree. I think that might actually
That's
be
what
a
I
move.
would do.
Yeah, because like you said, absolute worst case scenario.
35-yard line. Yeah. Okay, looks like they're not going to assess.
Unless you wanted to go for like an actual pooch and try to get it right inside the 10 or something.
In the air and someone go and pick it off. Yeah, you could do that. Only thing to worry about there is if the ball's in the air and the returner fair catches it, you cannot interfere with him or the ball in any way.
Yeah, the only thing there, you're almost going for like a coffin punt. Like, let's get this thing inside the 10,
To stop them, right.
Yeah.
Right.
You could go either way.
Tyler, 28-3 here. Famous Super Bowl 51 score. Tom Brady.
Are you putting in the call?
I am not. Unfortunately, well, it's not even a real game situation.
Right.
I would always put in the call for the
Right.
boys back home down 28-3. But Tom Brady came back, Super Bowl 51. Tyler, I tell you what, I know a lot about stuff that doesn't matter, not a whole lot else. So
See, I'm the same way.
Lots
I'm the same way.
Lots of unneeded knowledge coming.
Of course, for here on this broadcast, it's great to have.
Exactly.
Now, very quickly before we get what very well could be the final offensive drive for the starters tonight, I want to give a huge shout out to Alliance Bank. As I mentioned earlier, here at Chad's Media, we know full well how much Alliance Bank supports your Sulphur Springs Wildcats, and will be continuing to do so throughout the course of this season, and much more than just the football team. Support all the Wildcats.
All right, Tyler, here we go, man. Potential last drive for the starters here. I want to see 7.
You got to make it count.
I want to see 7. Yeah. That's what I want to see.
So Brady Driver once again back there with Roland in the backfield. He will give to Roland. Roland moving towards our side. Gets up to the 40 and to the 45 almost.
Probably just short of the first down. It's going to be about 2nd and less than 1. Oh, the ref in the back is calling it a first down. I disagree.
We'll take
Mr. Zebra, but we'll take it. Sulphur Springs first down.
Clock still rolling up to 4:50 here. Matt Mitchell coming in on the play. With him coming in on the play, it might almost be a Taysom Hill situation where every time he comes in, you're keeping kind of an eye on him.
No doubt. He's going to be in kind of what we're going to call the B-back role this season. Let's see. We got motion coming across.
Keeping it himself over here to the sideline. Going to get right back
gain
to
1.
Yeah. That is Tristan Hankins, number 17.
Tristan Hankins, first catch of the night. Getting a lot of people involved, Great. I feel like we're getting a lot of different guys involved.
No, I agree. 2nd and 9, 4:20 here in the third. Brady
empty
back there
set
by
here.
Himself, yeah. Got Malachi kind of in the slot on this side. Quick pass over to CJ.
Oh, blown
CJ
up,
breaks
man.
at least one tackle up to the 50 on the other side of the 50 now. What's that going to make it close? About 3rd and 4, maybe?
That was
great
downhill pursuit by the Lindale safety there. Blew up the blocker, kind of messed up the play. CJ made the most out of it, but that could have been a bigger gain than it was.
Have you noticed, though, every single time they get CJ the ball in that situation, he always breaks at least one tackle.
No doubt. No, if you can't bring him down with one, you certainly that's what you want as a receiver. Don't ever let one guy bring you down. You want it to be 2 or 3.
Now it does look 3rd and 4 from what's going to be the 49.
Obviously 4 down territory at this point.
Brady's got Malachi with him. He's going to that was a great blitz by Lindale.
That's just a big blitz. He blitzed right into it, right into the rollout. That's one of those where you just called the wrong play
not
at the
a ton
wrong
you
time.
can do there.
No.
Now, obviously, it very well be because of the sack, but of course, it's not looking like 4 down territory anymore. Looks like a change of teams out there, yeah.
Is
Nick
about to punt this? That's what I was going to say. About to have a defensive lineman punt this.
We are. Nick with the punt. Let's see how he does.
Not bad.
Not bad. Up to the 29.
Nope, not bad at all.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
That's the best punt by a defensive lineman we've seen tonight, right?
Right. Again, another thing you didn't think you were going to see on the bingo card tonight.
Yeah. I got to tell you, man, just looking at Nick Cantillo here, he looks like a stud.
No doubt. That's a good-looking kid, for sure. No, I think he's going to wreak havoc on the defensive line this year. He's got 2 sacks tonight.
Yeah, and a punt.
And he's on the punting box score.
I wish we had a statistician that could tell us how many times in the first scrimmage of the season a player has had 2 sacks and a punt. I'm going to go on a limb and say not many.
Well, with the temperature under 90 degrees, I'd say it's 0. If you throw that
on a Friday night with a temperature above 90 degrees?
With Tyler Lennon and Ryan Humphries in the booth, that has never happened.
We're going to call it history. History in the making.
Right.
So Lindale starts their drive. 2:55 left in the third. From
Another
the
run
29.
play. Much better there.
Yes.
Much better. Less arm tackly there by the Sulphur Springs defense.
Yeah, and ever since we made that comment about the defensive line, I feel like we've seen them look pretty solid here in this second half.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
2nd and 8 from the 31. Just under 2.5 now here in the third. And I'm also excited to see how the fourth quarter goes. We'll get a look at some different guys.
Absolutely. No, I mean, that's... Oh, bobbled snap. They're going to blow that one dead.
Blow that one
He
dead.
got it away.
Probably close to about the 20.
See, like right there, I don't know. See, he's marking it. I don't know. It's just hard to tell. I don't know how they're going to call that.
Yeah, but in all fairness, in the way he threw that away, I mean, that would have been intentional grounding, if nothing else. Yeah,
Probably so. No, that's probably fair. They are going to mark it down, so we're going to get it about 3rd and 17 maybe.
Yeah, from the 22 to the 39. So yeah, 17. Good math.
Tyler, I've watched a
That
lot of
man
football,
does not mess around with the quick math. 3rd and 17 from the 22.
Oh, another
And
bad
another
snap.
one.
That one was hot. They're going to blow that one dead
Blow
for
it dead
sure.
again,
Tackle him.
inside the 10.
Hello, Mr. Blackshirt.
So, I mean, there is still time here in this third quarter. There's 1:40 at the moment. Of course, after the punt, you're looking at about a minute probably.
But with the defense right there having about a loss of almost 30 in the two plays combined, you know,
That's
you're
huge.
looking at starting this drive on your side of the field, which is awesome. I would be shocked if this punter gets it across the 50.
Not a ton of 3-and-outs here tonight. So we see very, very nice crowd here tonight, right?
Yeah, it is a good crowd, especially for a scrimmage. It's a little dark. I can't people watch like I was earlier. I saw Ryan McKenzie in the crowd. Gonna punt it out of bounds. Not a great punt. They're gonna mark that pretty short.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Are they marking that at the
Trying to see.
26-yard line, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, right at about
No. He went back a little bit. 35-yard line.
35,
35.
yeah.
Still,
Okay.
great field position. Great field position.
35. You've got 57 seconds. Do you treat this like a 2-minute? Like, if this is your final drive with the ones, would you treat it that way and say, hey, there's 57 seconds, we have to score, or what do you do?
Man, I would treat it like a normal drive. I want my starters to feel what it feels like to score a touchdown.
See, I
in this
think I
early
agree
year.
with you only because they haven't scored yet.
Right.
I think maybe had you scored, maybe you do that. I don't know. Brady gets the
Got
snap.
man up top.
Dropping back. He's got a little bit of time rolling out towards our sideline. Has Scott.
That's going to be out of bounds.
Yep.
Ran out of room. I think he had C.J. Williams over the top quickly, but looks like there was a little bit of hesitation. Brady tries to make the most of it and just kind of runs out of room on the sideline there to
Landon
number
Phillips.
1,
Landon Fields.
Landon Phillips. There you go. I'll learn it, I promise.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be studying the heck out of this roster, especially once we get like an official, for week 1 roster.
Right. They're going to bring in Kate, number 45, kind of a bigger body. So they're going to have a tight end and a B-back at the same time. C.J. Williams outside, Faircloth in the slot. That's going to be a quick sack.
So that's going to make it 3rd and long.
Have not had a lot of success with the rollout tonight. That has not been our best play.
Yeah, I think we have seen some of the quicker stuff. I mean, it is tougher once you have to roll out. I mean, you as a quarterback definitely know that. Clock's still rolling. They will have to get at least one more play off before this quarter ends. 15 on the play clock, 23 on the game clock.
3rd and about 14 here. I just, again, I feel like if it's 4-down territory, truly, you can call what you want. But if it's not, it depends how we're playing it. You got to chunk the rock here. We've got trips left. Single receiver down low.
And this is the final play
He's
of the
gonna take
quarter.
it to the
Brady
single
lets it have it to
receiver.
Landon Fields. Landon Fields stops, grabs inside the 5.
Big catch.
Huge catch from Landon Fields.
Again, man-to-man coverage down low. That's big time.
Great play by both Brady and Landon.
Yeah, no, he looked the safety off. That's big time. You got to trust your receivers. Make them go up and make a play. That's
So I want to point something out to you real quick. Now, we keep saying, like then would have been a moment where I would say something along the lines of, it would be so cool if we had instant replay. But guess what, dude? We're on YouTube.
Right.
All you got to do is rewatch it tomorrow.
Right.
You can hit rewind as many times as you would like.
No, that's a good point.
And for our sponsors out there, I mean, you can watch it back as many times. If you and your local business are interested in joining us here at Chad's Media for our Sulphur Springs Wildcats broadcast, there is still time. Get a hold of Mandy Mitchell here at Chad's Media. You could join the likes of, Commercial Glass and Mirror, Toby Boatman Garage Doors, Hooten's Hardware, Chick-fil-A, The Way Bible Church. The list goes on and on, Ryan. Donnie's Heat and Air Conditioning, Alliance Bank. And a big thank you to each and every single one of them for your support this season, both for us here at Chad's Media and the Sulphur Springs Wildcats. Ryan,
Tyler, it looks like the starters are actually going to come out here.
I was about to ask.
Yeah, it looks like the starters are going to come out here. Like I said, they just want to put the ball in the end zone. Get that feeling of putting 7 points on the board, and I agree with that move.
I'm going to put my Tony Romo / Ryan hat on for a second.
Okay.
I think we see a carry to C.J. Williams for the touchdown.
Okay, I'll put a Malachi Rowland touchdown call in.
You know me, the man who's been shouting out Malachi every chance I get. You think that's the direction I would go, and he will be the running back on this play at least. First and goal from the 5.
So right here, Brady's gonna read that top linebacker. If he run, Malachi Rowland.
Malachi keeps Malachi.
Get in there, in there. That's touchdown. All right,
and he did.
One for one on the red zone touchdown calls there for Ryan Humphries.
Oh, don't leave me hang.
It does restart in 2 weeks, but 1-0 right there.
Yeah,
I like it. Big touchdown for the Wildcats. Good to get the first points of the year on the board. Not first points, but first touchdown of the year on the board. Malachi Rowland, good strong run there. Anytime you get behind Sean Dial on that left side of the offensive line, that is going to be a good gain. He seems like a strong kid, Malachi does, for being smaller.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's got to weigh, what does he weigh? 150, 140?
Right.
Kind of a
bad snap, but the kick is up, and it is good. That's going to make it 28-10. And I'm not saying, I'm just saying, you mentioned the famous...
I did. That's still in play here. We've got 11 minutes and 54 seconds. My guess is that's probably it for the starters tonight. So we're going to get to see some new faces.
Yeah, I would think so as well. Probably both offensively and defensively. But that's kind of one of the things I was mentioning earlier. I'm excited. I mean, we got to see 3/4 of what we assume was the ones. And, you got some stops there in the second half. You got a touchdown there in the second half. You had the huge play to Landon. You got the run for the touchdown. I mean, yep. I'm feeling good.
And Tyler, I don't know necessarily what quarterback is going to come in next, but, we're looking at Caden Mitchell here who looked really outstanding in the JV scrimmage before this one.
I've been trying to tell y'all for a hot minute now. Caden Mitchell, every time I see him, he looks very good.
He's a young guy, obviously very raw because he hadn't played a lot of high school football.
Now he did look really good on freshman last year.
No question, and he needs to get these varsity snaps. That's going to be great for his development. But really liked what I saw out of him in the JV game. Hopefully, if Brady is done for the night, I would love to see him get in there.
He is down there, does have the yellow jersey on. He and Brady having a little chat right now. A little chat amongst quarterbacks.
Brady with the pink shoes.
Yeah.
It's not even October.
It's not. I'm a fan. That went inside right at the 10. Now, I do kind of wish, now I 100% understand why they don't, but I do kind of wish we could see kick return.
Absolutely.
Just to see it, but
absolutely. Tyler, I think you want to hear a hot take from me. I think that there will be a day sooner rather than later, especially in the NFL and maybe college, high school.
Oh, 100%.
We will no longer have kickoffs. They will not kick off the ball anymore.
And how will you react to that decision?
From a safety standpoint, there's a lot of injuries on special teams. I know in the NFL, like 75% of the kicks are touchbacks, and so you could probably cut out a lot of senseless time. But I like football in its purest form, and they've been kicking for forever. Lindale here we go. First play.
There's another
screen. I'm shocked. Big hit there.
Yeah, way to hold on to that. Very good job by the receiver to not only make the catch, but to hold on to that one. Gain of about, 4, 5?
Yeah, they're efficient with the screens. I'll give them that.
Yeah, scoreboard showing 2nd and 6 here, so a gain of 4. 11:35 left here in this final quarter of action. For those of you that chose to hang out with us here on this Friday night, we greatly appreciate it, and we'll hope that you choose to continue to do so throughout the course of the season. We've got other stuff, other days you might want to hang out with us. I might have to tell you about that here in a second, Ryan. It's going to be another carry right back to the line of scrimmage.
Stuffed right at the line. That's going to be a loss of 1 or 2. It's going to be 3rd and long, Tyler. We're close to getting that ball back.
Now, I think I've hinted at it enough. We were talking about other times you can hang out with us. Every Saturday this fall, hang out with Ryan and I on the Tyler Lennon Show, where we recap the action from the night before. Might even have some interviews with coaches. Who knows?
No, Tyler, that's going to be great. Just to get some very, very soon after the game recap of the game, kind of a coffee with the coaches type deal. I guess coffee with Ryan and Tyler on Saturday morning. Bad snap here. Oh, he's going to fall on it. That's going to be 4th and a mile.
Yeah, and that's 2 drives in a row that we've seen that.
2 drives in a row. Tyler, we are 1 possession away from making this thing a 28-17 ball game.
I'm not saying that you mentioned the 28-3 thing, but you did mention the 28-3 thing.
I did. We are going to get a punt here.
For the record, we haven't mentioned Cooper Faircloth seems to be the one on a lot of the punt returns, and do we have CJ down here with us as well? So Cooper and CJ would be your options here.
Yeah, they do the unique 2 punt returner set. You don't see that a lot, but that way they can't kick it away from a guy like CJ Williams.
Right, you got to kick it to somebody.
So you kick it to Faircloth
and
there.
They do choose to do so.
He's going to let that one go. Yell, Oski.
And a good roll as it gets all the way back to the 49. So starting
ice.
I've
had a lot of different terms for that. Basically, when you hear that, if you're the return team, you just want to sprint off as fast as you can towards the sideline. Because once that ball hits the ground, there's really not a lot of good things that can happen.
So it does look like we will see a different group as Brady, CJ, a handful of these starters over here on the sideline still. Looks like it will be the man we mentioned earlier, Caden Mitchell.
Good, and that's how it should be. It'd be good to see some new faces. Let's get some guys, some live game reps, and is it going to be Caden Mitchell? I'm excited to see this.
I'm not going to lie to you. Now, there are still some ones. It looks like Malachi is still out there.
No, that's actually not Malachi.
You're right.
That looks like a blue helmet. So I think blue helmet are going to be guys that played on the JV tonight.
Do we have multiple number 8s out here? Perhaps.
Probably, yeah. I mean, Malachi, he's had on a white helmet.
Mitchell's first snap, it is a give. Getting around to the outside, up to the 45.
Kind of favors Malachi. Shorter, good scat back, quick feet.
I'm not going to lie to you. After hyping up Caden Mitchell over the last few weeks to everyone I know, I'm excited that he's out there running the offense.
This would be good to see. Yes, a lot of blue hats out there. Like I said, those guys played in the JV game. Going to get some live varsity reps. That's going to be great for their development. Kind of see if they're ready for it or not.
Now, we do still have Skylar Lewis down here on the sideline. Or not on the sideline, but close to the sideline. Second and 6.
Corner's going to bail out.
Caden keeps himself out.
Good, quick ball.
To the 40.
Oh, man. Put that man in a blender.
30. Yes, sir. All the way up.
What a move right there, Tyler. What is that going to be?
That was a great move.
That's going to be down to probably about the 27.
Yeah.
Man.
That was a great quick pass. Great catch. Great after the catch as well.
In-step, out-step, in-step, go. I love that.
I do as well. 1st and 10 from, like you said, right at, 27-28.
Yep.
8:53 left here in this fourth quarter. 28-10, obviously, the score. Y'all can see that much.
Good completion by our favorite backup quarterback at the moment, Caden Mitchell.
See what they choose to do here on 1st and 10.
A lot of room up top.
It's going to be another give. Able to pick up a few.
2 or 3 there.
Yeah. Keeps things moving. Like you said, probably 2 or 3. It's gonna make it. They're showing on the board 2nd and 6. Do you think you hand off again, or do you think you might try another quick pass or something?
It just depends. If they're bailing, they're bailing off so quickly at corner that I really like the 5-yard stop. So
it is going to be another quick pass. Skylar Lewis with the ball in his hands up to the 15. That is a first down.
Bailed out right on call. You take the quick completion, Tyler. You roll out to the left. You hit a 5-yard stop, and you move the chains.
So I've said it once. I've said it 10 times, but Skylar Lewis looking pretty good tonight.
I agree with that.
Up to the 13 is what they're going to call that. So, again, another red zone trip for the Wildcats.
7:40 left in this fourth quarter. Would love to see the Wildcats punch it in here.
Absolutely.
No outside linebacker up top. Looks like they're going to run it.
To the outside, up past the 10, almost inside the 5, probably around the 7 or the 8. We'll see where they mark that one.
Solid run.
Gain of at least 5 or 6 there, I would think.
That's going to be down to the 7-yard line.
Yep, started at the 15.
Second and about 4.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure you don't just keep it on the ground again.
No, it obviously is working. Get behind your B-back and run it in there. No Sean Dial for us to talk about.
Right.
But certainly a good running spot. They are going to hand it off. Good cut
up
inside
the 5 that time. Did he get in
there? That's going to get in there. Surely it got in there.
Yes, he did. So another Wildcat
Great
score.
drive.
Yes.
Great drive.
And just like that, I mean, you're getting within, if you make the PAT, you're within or you were in single digits at that point.
I'm not saying I said it, but I said it.
You may or may not have.
28-17.
Yeah. Now there is 6:50 left here to go, but
this has been a much better second half.
Yeah,
Tyler.
I think no matter how close you end up getting, you feel really, really good about this second half.
What did I say tonight was about? Tonight is about feeling better.
Absolutely.
About 2 weeks from now. Right in the same spot at Gerald Prim at 7:30. Feel better about that.
Now, for anyone wondering, where can they find this game, Ryan?
They can find this game on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You search up Chad's Media.
Yeah.
It's going to be there live. It's going to be there after the game. You can go back, like Tyler said,
be there
kind
forever.
of an instant replay type deal.
If you want to watch that game a decade from now,
right? Ryan and
relive
Tyler's
the moment that was.
Sweet voice is going to be there 10 years from now.
No one if you're ever like, dude, remember that amazing breakdown Ryan had of that penalty? I need to go back and listen to that.
That's funny.
28-17, 6:50 left here in this fourth. Love what we're seeing from the two so far. And I think, dude, as a nerd, when it comes just as a nerdy football fan, one of my favorite part of preseason is getting to see the twos, getting to see the threes, who's going to make my favorite team. And you get a little bit of that here as well tonight on the high school level.
Yeah, no doubt. And it's especially cool for me because I'm kind of getting to the age and I played at a high enough level to where this is a common thing. But actually last night on the field at the same time, the New England Patriots had Bailey Zapp, quarterback, who I played against in college, Pierre Strong, running back, who I played against in college, and offensive lineman Chasen Hines, who attended Marshall High School, and I played many times in high school here at Sulphur Springs. So pretty cool for me. I've got teammates that are in camp at various places at the moment, the Commanders, the Texans, the Bucks. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely. About to kick things back to the Lindale Eagles, 6:50, as we mentioned, left to go here in the fourth. Now, Ryan, we were mentioning your alma mater and people that we've played against. We might see kind of a alma mater connection for you here in a couple weeks.
That's true. We're hearing that Josh McCown's son is, of course, he's from Jacksonville.
Ryan McCown.
Yes, he's from Jacksonville originally. And we're hearing that Ryan McCown, Josh McCown's son, 17-year NFL vet, Sam Houston State legend, we're hearing that his son is going to be the starting quarterback for Jacksonville coming up in a couple weeks. Yeah,
and of course we'll hear much more about him here in a couple weeks as we'll definitely, in the pregame portion of our shows, be giving y'all a lot of stats, that kind of thing. You'll definitely want to tune in early because we will have a very good pregame show to give you. And, of course, it will be brought to you by Commercial Glass and Mirror and, of course, Toby Boatman Garage Doors. And, maybe even potentially more. If you and your local business would like to become a part of our broadcast here at Chad's Media, contact Mandy Mitchell here at Chad's Media. We'll see if we can't get y'all involved. Starting from the 30, Lindale going to see if they can have a more successful drive than our last couple.
Looks like we've got a new quarterback in there.
And wrapping him up almost immediately.
No black shirt. See, the quarterback is running over to the sideline. It looks like he's going to get the call.
Mm-hmm. More impressive play from this defensive line.
Yeah, no doubt. They've kind of owned the line of scrimmage this second half. Man, Tyler, I know it's just a scrimmage, but my competitive juices are flowing, and I'd love to win this. 28-17, man. We go get this. We can make it 28-24, excuse me.
I agree. Now that clock is rolling down to 6:15, but you got a 2nd and 11 here. You get another stop, especially close. Make it 3rd and long. Could get the ball back pretty quickly. Now, it is going to be another handoff.
Make the tackle.
And he does have some room on that one. Gets up to close to the 30, probably about the 34.
3rd and 6. 3rd and 6.
Mm-hmm. Clock under 6 now, but... And, of course, if you use that clock, you can start milking it down. By the end of this play, you'd be under 5 minutes before you ran another one. I mean, you could, if that is the way you wanted to approach this in a kill clock situation, you could. But being a scrimmage, I doubt that's what,
Yeah, I don't really think
probably
they're
not your
looking
main
to do that,
priority.
But
like you said, that'll be 3rd and 5 from the 35. I want to see how many times that happens to us throughout the course of the season.
3rd and 5 on the 35.
Mm-hmm.
Another
It
run.
is another run.
That is not going to be enough. Big tackle in the backfield there.
Yep.
Defensive line showing out.
They are. So, yet another. Is that 3 consecutive?
Three
and
consecutive
outs?
3 and outs. And that on the tackle there is Trenton McKinney.
Shout out, Trent McKinney.
All right, looks like we're going to get another punt here.
And, okay, this is what I was talking about being a leader. Riley Hammonds is on that sideline right now just pumping up his fellow teammates.
You got to like that.
And I like that, especially like you're no longer in the game. You're hyping up the twos, and I love to see that. I think that's what you see from a leader. Clock right at 4:40 as we get this punt off.
Very nice punt.
Up
Faircloth
to the
is going to
37.
field it. We're going to be at the 37-yard line.
4:34.
Wildcats with just over 4 minutes.
And we'll see what they do with another drive. I would have to assume probably try to see more of the same. I mean, we saw some great carries that last drive, but there was also a couple of quick passes. There was the one out to the far side of the field, which they had a nice little gain on. 4:20 left to work with. I would say you've got 4:20. You probably do, mix it up, get some more passes in there, but, we'll have to see.
Corner Bells, he's going to roll out to the left. Quick 5-yard completion like I've preached all night.
Back
First
to-
down, your boy.
Who?
Your boy.
Who?
It's your boy.
It is. Skylar Lewis.
Skylar Lewis.
Up to the 50. 4 minutes left to play. Right at the 49, actually.
I mean, this game it's not that hard, Tyler. You just got to take what they're giving you. They're bailing out. The corners are bailing out every time, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
Roll out to the left, quick 1-2 completion. And that one actually got us a first down, which I mean, that's how you want to start every drive, no doubt.
Oh, absolutely. I would love to see
Another one
as
going
Mitchell
right back
looking
to
for
him.
Lewis again. He has him on the sideline.
Way
Of
out of
course, he
bounds.
was pushed out of bounds, but he still almost made an acrobatic play there, even though he'd been pushed out of bounds.
Well, right there, you got to have a little more field awareness. I feel like he kind of, he didn't really give Mitchell a basket to throw into. You want to stem inside on those deeper routes so that Caden Mitchell kind of has an area to miss outside instead of just throwing that one out of bounds.
Now, what I was going to ask right before the play got off, I would love to see the percentage of times a team scores when they pick up a first down on the first play of the drive. Because you got to be helping your chances.
It's definitely better.
Yeah.
I don't have a.
Well, of course, yeah.
I don't have that on hand,
right.
but it is better. It's better. No question.
I can't believe you didn't come prepared with
I
that
know,
wild
I know.
specific stat, Ryan.
I know it. All right, we've got an empty set here.
2nd and 10.
Looks like the running back is to our left. We'll see if he motions.
Now, the clock is running still, by the way. Another pass out
a little bit
to
of a
Lewis, incomplete.
miscommunication there, it looked like.
So they're going with a running clock here. So for anyone confused as to why there was 6 minutes left a second ago and now there's only 2.5, they're just going running clock here for this final quarter. But it is what it is. I would have loved
two incompletions will do that to you.
I would have loved to have seen the clock continue to stop like a normal game just to see how this unit does. But, it's a scrimmage and it is what it is. So right at 2 minutes left here in this game. It's going to be a 3rd and 10 from the 49. Mitchell drops back, looks for Lewis once again. Tough play there on the sideline, so it's going to be another incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And as the clock continues to roll and everything, it's a decent chance that's the last we see. Now, 4th and 10, it looks like they're staying out there, Ryan.
It does look like they're staying out there. Running clock, minute 40 left.
I mean, you
Doesn't
might as well.
surprise me.
You might as well. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't go right back to Lewis again.
Yeah, for the 4th play in a row.
Uh-huh.
He's got single coverage on the bottom here. Doesn't look like the safety's paying any attention to him. He's not.
He drops back. Looking over the middle of the field, he has 17.
Oh, make a play. Oh, man, a little bit underthrown.
Yeah.
Good play by the defense there to break that one up.
And some good
It was
sportsmanship.
a good look. It was a good look.
Yeah, it was. Like I said, just a little bit underthrown, but of course that's a pretty deep pass and everything. Now, that was a great job on 17's part to get himself open and everything down the field, but clock is continuing to roll, so they very well could just call it there. I don't know. By the time you get back out there,
that
how
might
many
be
plays?
it. I'm not sure. Lindale maybe get one more drive. I don't know. They might call it a night.
Now that it looks like they're calling it a night. Yeah. Lindale.
Yep, calling it a night. Lindale said we were out of here.
And the cheerleaders, even though the game is being called, the cheerleaders are still doing their job, still getting that student section pumped up over there. Ryan, if that is it for the night, I've got to say I'm feeling pretty good about what we saw, especially it may have been a little bit of a slow start, but that second quarter on, really that whole second half was exactly what you would want to see.
Again, I feel fine going into 2 weeks from tonight. I liked what I saw tonight. There's obviously some things to clean up, but that's what the scrimmages are for. It wasn't going to be perfect, nor did we expect it to be perfect. But good showing by the Wildcats. I feel good about it, and we're excited for 2 weeks from now.
Absolutely. Now, Ryan, we spent a great Friday night out here at the field, and again, we can't wait to continue to do it. Now, y'all went a pretty decent time without having to see our ugly faces, but we might have to bring it back to y'all again. Y'all can see more of us not only here every Friday night, but on Saturday mornings as well. Ryan, again, let's just continue. I think that offense and defense both picked it up there that second quarter on.
No doubt. And again, that comes with just being more comfortable. It's the first time they've played against another team this season. That first time you come out, everything's a little new, everything's a little jittery. I think Brady settled down. I think Malachi really got rolling.
Did he? Malachi Rowland got rolling?
Dude, I
That was good.
am on fire tonight. I really can't miss on that.
was
But
good.
yeah, defensive line certainly held their own better in that second half. And like we preached, it starts at the line of scrimmage. And I really think that might be a strong suit for the Wildcats this year.
Absolutely. It's exactly like you're saying, that second half, we got to see more of them dominating that, especially the defensive line anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, Lindale just took as much away from that as they could, with so many of the quick passes. Depending on how Jacksonville comes out, if they come out with a more run game and everything, you could see that domination, immediately.
No doubt. Don't forget that Lindale is a 2-year removed state qualifier. So that is a good program. You had Coach Owens there before, or a while ago before he came to Sulphur Springs. Then Coach Metter, then coached at Lindale. Lindale goes to the state championship 2 years ago, comes up short, but good program. There's actually, I think the head coach now is Coach Roselle, who was also at Sulphur Springs at one time or another. But good program, so good hard-fought battle tonight for the Wildcats. It was a good showing. Again, doesn't really matter about the outcome. It's about how you feel going into 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, we want to say thank y'all so much for hanging out with us here tonight. Hopefully you'll choose to spend all of your Friday nights hanging out with us here at Chad's Media. Big shout out to all of our sponsors. Big shout out to the Sulphur Springs administration for having us here. Big shout out to Coach, all the players. I'm feeling it's football season's here, man. I'm feeling good.
Oh, it's here. Tonight was just an appetizer of what's to come this year for the Wildcats and us. I think, like we said, it's our dress rehearsal. Tyler and I are only going to continue to get better.
Getting better every snap.
Right. And we closer to playoff form, as we talked about. But no, we're excited. It's going to be a really, really fun year.
Now, real quickly, before we let everyone get out of here, I had told you that we're going to rely on you a lot, kind of put us in the mind frame of everyone. Got a couple weeks left before the season starts. What are you hoping to accomplish in these last couple weeks?
Well, number one, you've got to stay healthy because there's an old saying that the best ability is availability.
Absolutely.
I'd put that on a T-shirt. But that's number one, is to stay healthy, and number two is, man, just keep keep getting closer as a team. Keep getting closer. Keep building that camaraderie. Keep believing that this can be a better year for the Sulphur Springs Wildcat. The last couple years is in the past. You cannot change that. They last year was not a great year. It's not changing. You can affect what's happening next and what the outcome is going to be in 2 weeks, and that starts tonight.
Yeah,
that starts in the morning when they go back and watch this. How can I get better? I didn't do everything great tonight. We saw that, but we weren't expecting everything to be perfect tonight. That is what the scrimmages are for. So tomorrow, Saturday morning, that's a big film day. You got to get in there, get recovered, okay? Get in the film, and next week do the same thing.
Absolutely. I will say, talking about things being different, it feels different, man.
Yep.
And especially, we mentioned they're late
There's
in the
a
game.
buzz. There's a buzz.
It felt they came out with some energy, and even there late in the game, the ones aren't on the field anymore. And you've got Riley Hammonds running down the sidelines, hyping everyone up. I mean, that you didn't see that energy late in the season last year, and you're seeing it now.
Absolutely, and like I said, it's contagious. If you have that winning feeling, that winning mentality, it's a contagious thing, and that's a scary thing for opponents to see if the Wildcats can get hot.
Absolutely. Ryan, before we get out of here, anything else?
No,
anything
man.
else?
I'm excited. Tonight was a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you join us in 2 weeks
Yes.
for the first real game, the first week of the season here at Gerald Prim. You can find us on YouTube, Chad's Media, and
all of the social media.
Yeah, all
Find
of
us.
them.
Go to the Front Porch News Facebook, Chad's Media YouTube, Chad's Media Instagram. You can find it on my Twitter at Tyler_Lennon. There are 1,000 places that you can watch us. Just choose one of them is all we ask. Again, thank y'all to everyone watching. Thank you to the sponsors for making this happen. It is not too late. If you and your local business want to be a part of the broadcast, you can do so. Contact Mandy Mitchell at Chad's Media to make that happen. From all of us here at Chad's Media, thank y'all so much. Hopefully, we'll see you 2 weeks from now.